over 30 years of experience in Southeast Kansas, Gordy is ready to give you the personalized legal service your problem needs and deserves. Call J. Gordon Gregory of Wilburton Towner today at 620-231-5620 or contact him online at wilburtontowner.com.
See their ad, names, and numbers.
The Kansas Supreme Court is a national embarrassment. They continue to fail at their job as they are the most overturned court in the nation on criminal cases. This Kansas Supreme Court has overturned the death sentences of some of the most horrendous murderers and rapists in Kansas history, including Jonathan and Reginald Carr, who raped and murdered 5 young people, Scott Cheever, who killed a cop in cold blood, and Michael Lee Marsh, who murdered a mother and her 1-year-old child. Just recently, in September, the Kansas Supreme Court threw out the life sentence of a man who was convicted of raping a 13-year-old girl. If one of these victims were your son or daughter, brother or sister, how would you vote on the upcoming Supreme Court? Vote no this November on the Kansas Supreme Court. Visit kansasforjustice.com for more information. This message brought to you by Kansans for Justice.
KSHQ, Deerfield, Pittsburgh. QSI, specializing in engineered post-frame buildings. QualityStructures.com. ESPN 100.7.
The following is a presentation of the MyTown Media Radio Network in conjunction with KPreps.com, SportsInKansas.com, and the Sports Headquarters 100.7 FM. High school football broadcasts are brought to you in part by Pittsburgh Ford, Riddell Construction, Performance Spine and Sport, Como Jewelry, Hicus Masonry, Pitt Realty, Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union, CDL Electric, Evans Motors, Kanar Eye Care, Commerce Bank, Crestwood Country Club, Jock Snitch, Batatory Law, Arrowhead Outdoor, Ultimate Choice Catering, Pittsburgh State University, Tri-State Building, Lane Lord Basketball Camps, DT Sportswear, The Campus Bookstore, SEK Urgent Care, Wilburton Towner, Spigarelli Law, Watco Companies, Ryan Insurance, Phelan Law Firm, and Monica Kellogg CPA.
After a couple of weeks on the road, the Dragons are back in town, fresh off a win in the KC Metro.
Pittsburgh High knocks off Honor Springs 35-14.
With their 1-2 punch of Noah Vaughn.
First and goal, right side give. Noah Vaughn lowers his shoulder into the end zone. You can hang 6 on the board.
And Jelani Long.
Shuffle Vaughn, turn, pitch. Here comes Jelani, looking to get to that 21-point threshold. And Jelani Long is into the end zone. Touchdown, Dragons.
The Dragon offense continues to get better with each snap of the football. And let's not forget about the air attack, as Chase Curtis seems to have a plethora of targets at his disposal.
I formation, tight end to the right. Fake the isolation. Curtis wants to throw after the turnover going deep. He's got a man. That's Kagan Cole. Drew Ross with the reception from the 41 all the way down to the 5. Curtis, 5-step drop, looking for Drew. Now he's going to turn as he looks off the receiver, throws it to Harris, who catches it in stride at the 15. Now Curtis sets his feet, 4-step drop, gets it out. That's Kagan Cole at the 20, pushed out of bounds inside the 15 at the 12.
Tonight, a showdown for the first time between these two schools. From the Wichita City League come the 6A Wichita North Redskins. Like a dog backs into the corner, the winless Redskins are dangerous with nothing to lose. And Pittsburgh, still yet to hit their ceiling, will look to carry the momentum back to the pit and into the 5A playoffs that kick off next week. Can the Dragons finally put together 4 consistent quarters of football? We're about to find out. It's football time in Southeast Kansas.
3 receivers left side. Curtis is going to roll that way, sets his feet, throws back to the running back. That's Vaughn. Vaughn makes a man miss at the 5 to the goal line. Did he get in? He did. The official on the far sideline raises his hands. Touchdown, Dragons. Swing pass right side. Harris in traffic, gets through past a man into Brave territory. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown.
We wrap up the regular season tonight with the Wichita North Redskins and the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons. Here we go. Live from historic Hutchinson Field, right on Broadway in beautiful downtown Pittsburg, Kansas. This is Dragon Football. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron Amershak with you as we kick off the Pitt State pregame show. It is the final night of the regular season as the Pittsburgh High Purple Dragons playing host to the Wichita North Redskins. First ever meeting between these two schools. Wichita North, a 6A school out of the Greater Wichita Athletic League, more commonly known as the City League out there in Wichita, and they are winless and dangerous. They've got athletes all over the field, but injuries have shuffled those athletes into different positions, and this team really just has not ever been able to hit their stride this season due to those injuries. Pittsburgh High, not with everything to lose, but carrying some momentum coming off the win last week in Bonner Springs, would love to just continue that here tonight against the Redskins and on into the 5A playoffs next week. Should be some fireworks. Pittsburgh High offense better, as I said, again in the open with each snap. Quarterback Chase Curtis gets more and more confident. He is seeing the field, check downs, hitting receivers all over the place, and the Dragon running game has been consistent. Noah Vaughn at fullback, Jelani Long at tailback, but most importantly, the five guys up front. We'll hear from Coach Nicholson here coming up as part of the Pitt State pregame show. In our pregame interviews, he talks a little bit about the offensive line and their growth over the course of this season. Those all will take place, that and more, on the Pitt State pregame show coming up right after this. That was tonight's first look at tonight's ball game, brought to you by Kanar Eye Care. Don't just see better, see the best at Kanar Eye Care. Check them out at their two locations in Pittsburgh as well as in Girard. Kanar Eye Care, the clear choice. We'll be back. Take 2 minutes. Come back with head coach Joe Belden of the Wichita North Redskins, as well as Tom Nicholson, Dragons head man. Our coaches' interviews, as always, brought to you by Commerce Bank. No matter how you like banking, Commerce Bank makes banking easier. Pitt State pregame show rolls on right after this. It's Dragon Football on the MyTown Media Network.
Sam Brown & Son Sheet Metal is a full-service, quality-oriented sheet metal company serving all of Southeast Kansas. It is a third-generation, family-owned and operated sheet metal company. Metal fabrication, metal bending, custom design work, and seamless guttering are just some of the work that Sean and his staff provide. The talented sheet metal engineers and skilled craftsmen of Sam Brown & Son work together to provide high-quality, custom metal products. You can trust their decades of expertise. Sam Brown & Son Sheet Metal, 1406 North Pine Street in Pittsburgh.
To us, you're not a bank account. You're not a credit card. To us, you're our friends and neighbors, a part of our history, a key to our future. And you deserve more. More opportunity, more flexibility, and more personal service. We are Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union, and you deserve more. Stop in today, 416 North Broadway, Pittsburgh, or visit us online at kstcu.org to experience more.
Welcome back on the Pitt State pregame show. Aaron Amershak with you as we get set for the Purple Dragons taking on the Wichita North Redskins, a new opponent for Pittsburgh and a new opponent for Wichita North. This is the portion of the pregame where we sit down, go in the locker room, talk with each head coach. Our coaches' interviews, as always, brought to you by Commerce Bank. No matter how you like to bank, Commerce Bank fits your world, offering mobile banking, online banking, and online bill pay. Commerce Bank makes banking easy and convenient. We'll get things started as we welcome to the conversation head coach of the Wichita North Redskins, Joe Belden. And Coach, you and I were just talking beforehand about how tough it is playing in the City League, the Greater Wichita Athletic League. If you want to get technical, everybody knows it as the City League. And you guys have struggled this year as well as a few years in the past, that 1-8, 2-7 type record. You know, as this your second stint there as head coach, how do you go about trying to change the culture and get back on those winning ways?
Well, you know, I think that one of the first things you got to do is let the kids know how passionate you are about you know helping them be successful, and you got to develop their trust. once you develop the trust, you need some great things to happen. You need some good things to happen early. And in my first stint, when we were able to go from 1-8 to 8-3, we had some good things happen early, and then our kids really believed in what we were preaching. And when they bought in, they didn't think there was anybody who could beat them. And so that helped. And unfortunately, we've had a little bit of a string of bad luck with injuries to key players. But the one thing our kids are not doing, they're not quitting. They continue to get back up and continue to fight, and that's a sign that we're headed in the right direction.
Coach, you're 0-7 on the season, 0-6 in league, and how do you go about keeping kids' spirits high, getting them to go through the daily grind? Football isn't a sport that's necessarily for everyone. I mean, it's tough. It's physically demanding. The discipline that it takes to succeed and excel at this sport is hard, and especially when things aren't going your way. I mean, it's really hard to strap it on and go up there and get beat up on every Friday night, as well as going through the practices daily, trying to continue when you don't see the fruits of your labor. Well, what's the mindset? How do you get these kids to keep buying in and keep working on the little things that will make them a better program?
Well, you're absolutely right. It's a struggle. The fortunate thing is we have a great group of kids, and we have a group of kids that are looking to us to lead them. And we talk about all the time that every day's a fight. And the most important thing, you're not going to win them all, but the most important thing is you get back up and you just keep plugging away. And we have them bought into that part of it. And I've never been big on moral victories, but you do start to focus on some of the little things and how you've improved in certain areas. But we try to keep practice upbeat and try to develop enthusiasm. If we can manufacture enthusiasm, it's contagious. But it all starts with us as coaches.
We're talking with Joe Belton, head coach of the Wichita North Redskins, as they travel down to Pittsburgh for the final regular season game. This is kind of a new format this year, with everybody making the playoffs and the ranking of the teams. And it's been a bit confusing for me in the media, and I'm sure for some folks. What's it been like for you guys trying to transition? And, there's no district play. Everybody's in. The season is a week shorter. How have you guys and your staff and the players been able to get through this first year of the unknown?
Well, I think it's just a different way of approaching things. In the past, if you were a team that's struggling like we are now, you could tell your kids and sell them on the fact that, hey, the most important games are the last 3 of the year. Right now, with the way the state has transitioned, every game's important. And not only every game's important, but your point totals, so the point differential. So it's been a little bit of a transition, but I personally think that it's the best format for the state.
Coach, what do we expect, or what can we expect to see? What's your brand of football? What do you like to do, X's and O's, on the offensive and defensive side?
Well, we were run pass option about 75% of the time, and after game 2, well, actually at about halftime of game 2, we lost our starting quarterback, Darius Russell, with a broken left thumb. He returned about 3 weeks later to quarterback with a cast on his hand, threw for 175 yards, and then dislocated his other thumb. So he is now going to return this week as a safety. But we're still, basically we've simplified. We've had to adjust. So we're pretty basic. We're a gun team, and we're going to do the basic gun stuff where we, zone read and hand the zip sweep a little bit and throw a little bit. So, we have a 2 quarterback system now with Ty Bruckner and PJ Smith, with Darius no longer at the helm. So, we have 2 different styles of football, I guess, depending on who the quarterback is.
And defensively, Coach, what do you guys like to throw out there? Is it kind of based on what you see offensively?
No, we are we're a 3-4 team. We're a 3-4 team, and we've been there all year, and we do a lot of movement up front, a lot of slanting, and send some backers occasionally, and And we're very, very simple in the secondary. But we have a lot of kids. We went into game one with 15 of our 22 starters who had never seen a varsity field before. So we needed to stay simple and let our kids develop some confidence in our schemes and what we're doing.
With such youth and inexperience in that starting lineup, it's easy for me to ask this question. Where have you seen the most growth from your team from week one to today?
I think we've seen a lot of growth on the offensive line, as far as just kids taking better steps and learning to work together and communicate better. Defensive line-wise, the first half of the season, we ran upfield a lot and created a lot of seams. And we're starting to come flat down the line, take better pursuit angles now. And I think those are all things that, that hopefully will pay off in the last few games of the season.
Pittsburg High, a new opponent on your schedule this year. Have you been able to see some film? I'm sure as you guys trade film, are there similarities to other teams that you played this year, or what do you expect to see from the Dragons?
Well, the one thing you have to do to stop them offensively, you have to be able to stop the option. You have to be able to stop the long pass. Their quarterback does a very nice job reading. He has a good arm. You have receivers who can catch it, a tailback that can run it. Defensively, kids are well coached. They run to the ball well. Great pursuit. The thing that I noticed about Coach Nicholson's team is that his kids play hard all the time. And, that's a mark of a good coach when he can get his kids to play hard for him. So, I think that the team is well coached and we definitely will have our hands full.
It's a bit of a road trip. I don't know how far you guys get out and get going playing in that Wichita City League. What will it be like to get the kids on a long bus ride and head over to Pittsburg?
Well, we had to travel to Liberal game 4, so we've been in that corner of the state, and that was about 4 hours. So now we have about 2.5 hour drive, out to Pittsburg. So it'll seem short compared to that, but you're absolutely right. In the City League, we drive 10 minutes from our place to a stadium somewhere in town. So our kids are not used to travel. And, we just try to keep things as normal as possible and don't make a big deal out of it. We're going to get on the bus. This is the itinerary and let's show up and then it's time to play football.
Coach, best of luck. Appreciate your time. And we'll see you on Friday.
We'll see you.
Another short time out here on the Pitt State pregame show. We'll be back here from Pittsburg High head coach Tom Nicholson.
PhelanLawFirm.com.
Have you been injured on the job?
PhelanLawFirm.com.
Were you injured in an auto accident?
PhelanLawFirm.com.
Are you fighting for your Social Security disability benefits?
PhelanLawFirm.com.
When accidents happen, when life takes an unexpected turn, when you need help the most, will you remember where to turn?
PhelanLawFirm.com.
Welcome back on the Pitt State pregame show. Aaron Amershak set to talk some Dragon football with head coach Tom Nicholson. Coach, your team went up on the road at Bonner Springs last week. Another new opponent, new venue, a lot of newness as we've talked about all year this year. Your kids seem to handle the new place well, the new opponent well. They played well at times, but from what I noticed, and this isn't a knock on kids specifically or any kid specifically, but it seemed like at times, there's 8 guys that got things going on a play and 3 of them are off. The next play, there's 9 guys that got things going, 2 of them are off. The next play, all 11 are there. And then the next play, 6 of them take the play off. It's getting the consistency from all 11 players every play that seems to be the biggest thorn in your guys' side right now. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, and I agree. We didn't play our best game by far. I think maybe a 2.5 hour bus ride and, we didn't have school. We threw a lot of wrenches in their routine, but that's been our Achilles heel all years, having 8 or 9 or 10 guys do exactly what they're supposed to, and one guy slips his assignment. And, in years past, we had maybe that one kid who was good enough to overcome that. And with the people, I've done several interviews today, we don't have that one superstar that does that. It takes all 11 guys functioning to get a successful play. And when we do that consistently, we're pretty darn good on both sides of the ball. But if one guy lapses, we're not good enough to overcome that. We don't have that one quote unquote superstar that can make up for somebody not getting their job done. And until we figured out that every single play is going to be vital and you better get your job done. Now, some of them, they just get beat. The guy across from them beats them. They got a stunt, whatever. But too many times we're having one man miss his job, which is resulting in a negative play.
Coach, by not having that superstar, this question just came as a result of the answer you gave me, but do you feel like this has made this team better as a whole because they have to rely on each other that much more? They're not relying on that quote-unquote stud to take the game over?
Well, I think it's made us more balanced, particularly on offense. When people say, who's going to score most of your points, who's going to carry the load, I don't know. I know Noah's going to get yards. I know Jelani is. I know Elijah is. Kagan's going to make catches. Drew's going to make catches. Chase is going to get yards. Nathan and Trevor and Ty are going to get yards. We don't have one kid who just, that's the bell cow. We call a play and Chase puts us in the best play and throws the ball to the open guy or makes the right read on the option. So, we don't have that one bell cow, and I think that has made us more balanced than we've been in years past just because we need that to be efficient. We have to keep defenses on their heels. We're just not good enough to line up and say we're going to run here and then run there. We've got to keep people off balance.
How much better is your quarterback, Chase Curtis, come in his reads and in his ways of getting you in that best position with the play calls that you have?
Chase is a football kid. Part of it is just, he's gotten more comfortable coming to the sidelines and saying, I like this, I don't like this. Because he's got the best viewpoint of anybody out there. He knows the huddle. He can read the huddle. He knows the defensive guys. So him and I getting better two-way communication has allowed me to send a better play in. But we send a lot of plays in where it's, Chase, you're either going to run this or that. And so he gets two plays, and he just calls it at the line with a regular or a dead, and it goes to the second play. So he's done a really good job of that, or checking it down to the correct wide receiver. That every route he's got 2 or 3 options. He just does a good job with finding the right play, and it may not be a touchdown, it may be a 4-yard gain, but if he didn't check to that, it would have been a negative play. So just his football IQ and his communication with his offensive coaches and with me have really allowed us to be a little bit more efficient as the year went.
We're talking with Purple Dragon head coach Tom Nicholson. And, Coach, all year long, in my opinion, your defense has been a step and a half ahead of where your offense is in terms of continuity and being game prepared and ready. And it's continued. They continue to make plays when they need to in tough situations. Had a big first and goal line stand last week that garnered some momentum back away from Bonner, who was kind of hanging around with you. Have you seen the best of your defense, or is there still things that we haven't seen from these kids?
Well, I certainly hope we haven't seen the best of them. I hope they're saving their best for the postseason, but I know they play hard each and every week. And, you expect that when you have six of your 7 front 7 are seniors. You expect them to be ahead and to play hard and play with sense of urgency. But I think our defensive line has yet to play up to its full potential. I think at times we've had 2 out of the 4 or 3 out of the 4 playing as hard as they possibly could, but I think and I don't mean as hard, but as effectively as they could. But I think once all 4 of them turn it up that one more notch, I think our defensive line has the potential to be the best in the state. And I know there's some really good ones, but we've got some outstanding athletes and kids on that line. And with 3 senior linebackers and then Chase Johnson, who should be a starter as well, junior, we just got a lot of experience and a lot of guys who know there isn't a next year, so they play with that chip on their shoulder.
The final regular season game is amongst us. Playoffs are right on the horizon. You play a Wichita North team that is struggling this year. They're winless, and very easy for your kids to overlook this. How important is this game in terms of building momentum and not being one of those trap games? Because in a way, from what I see, I don't know that it affects a whole lot. There's a chance maybe that you could drop with a huge loss, but not necessarily expecting that with Wichita North coming in. What's the mindset of these kids going in, or how do you caution from keeping them from overlooking this game?
Well, there's a huge difference between a 5-3 and a 4-4 season, and that's really all it is. The seniors don't want to be 500. They want to win every game they can, and quite honestly, Wichita North frightens the coaching staff. They're huge on the offensive line, and they got kids who can run, and they fly around on defense. I know they're 0-7, but you don't want to be the team that they get hot against, because if they're playing with you, they're just looking for a game where they can just cut all their frustrations loose and go at it. So, having a quick start is paramount. And, our kids aren't looking past this. For us, this is seeding purposes. This is momentum. This is big. This is a game. This is the difference between being a 5-3 team and a 4-4 team. And it's a very important game for us. It's an unknown opponent, so it's a little bit more anxious because we don't know anything about these guys except what's on film. We know they're a 6A school, and we know that they're going to roll out some quality athletes. And it wasn't too many years ago when they were a pretty successful program, winning more than half their games every year, and they got that head coach back. So we just don't want to be the team that they get hot against and that they start rolling against, because I think once they do, they're going to unleash a whole season of frustration on whoever that happens to be.
Coach, you've seen them on film. Who do you draw comparisons to? What do you expect to see from them scheme-wise?
Well, they're another 3-4 team. Everybody's running the 3-4, and they'll go anywhere from a spread. They had a phenomenal quarterback. This kid was special. About 6'1", 185 pounds, quickest feet I've seen all year long. And they just put him at quarterback, and he'd scramble around for 5 seconds, then throw it deep to a receiver. But he's got a cast on both hands. He broke both his thumbs in 2 different games, so he's not back there. So they'll go from anywhere from a 3 and 4 wide to double tight power I. They'll throw the kitchen sink at you. They're searching for some success on offense. We feel like we got to stop their run game, make them throw the ball, and if we can do that, we'll be successful on defense. But they got some kids who can run. We have to shut down that run game and make them pass. And on defense, they run a 3-4. Their nose guard is their best player, about a 5'11", 265-pound kid, and plays with a very high motor, plays low to the ground. Number 5 inside linebacker, blitzes a lot, runs a lot of things down. They all run well on defense, but hopefully they haven't seen a lot of triple options, so we're going to try to make them tackle all 3 levels.
Coach, best of luck. We will holler at you in the postgame.
All right, I appreciate it, Shaq. Thanks a lot, man.
We're inching closer to kickoff. Pittsburg High and the Wichita North Redskins. Final game of the regular season. Got one more time out here on the Pitt State pregame show. We'll come back, starting lineups, keys to the game, and a look at the offensive numbers through 7 games. We'll be back in 60 seconds. It's Dragon Football on the MyTown Media Network.
Jim Riddell Construction has been dedicated to providing quick and efficient construction services to the Midwest since 1968. Operating primarily in Kansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma, Jim Riddell Construction specializes in fiber optics and trenchless technologies, such as inside and outside splicing, pipe bursting, horizontal directional drilling, and large diameter pipelines. Jim Riddell Construction, proud supporter of area athletics.
Right now, you can choose how you want to save at Pittsburg Ford on America's #1 selling truck, the 2016 Ford F-150. Choose 0% for 72 months or rebates as high as $6,050. Or choose 0% for 72 months or $2,500 in rebates on the 2016 Ford Edge. And finally, you can get $1,000 in rebates or 0% financing for 72 months on the 2017 Ford Escape or $2,500 in rebates. Some rebates may require financing through Ford Motor Credit. See dealer for details.
At Pittsburg Ford, you're very special to us.
Find them fast at Names and Numbers.
Our free head exam. We're sort of famous for it. People think it's funny when we say, get your free head exam. And it does sound funny, but it's serious business because you can lose your diamond if you don't do it, if you don't get your free head exam. I'm Jill Como. Of course, the head I'm talking about is not the one attached to your neck. There are other professionals for that. I'm talking about the head of your ring, the part that holds your diamond. The head of your ring has prongs. It has welds that keep the head attached to your ring. Those parts wear out, get weak, and they break. But foolish you didn't get your free head exam at Como Jewelry, so you didn't realize that your head was falling apart. And one day, your diamond was gone, just like that. You can stop that from happening to you. Just come see us at Como Jewelry in Pittsburg and Joplin. Say you want your free head exam. You'll laugh, we'll laugh, and we'll save your diamond from falling out. You will be really happy.
Now back to Dragon Football.
Aaron Emerson back live at Hutchison Field as we get set for the final game of the season. In perfect broadcast timing, we come back. I believe they're getting ready to start the national anthem. We will step aside when that happens, but I want to get you our keys to the game brought to you by Jocksmith Sporting Goods of Pittsburgh. I think if you're the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons, you got to get out and you got to start early. The more that you can put the pressure on this Wichita North team, a team that has not had much success this year, the earlier maybe you can get them to fold up and move on. If you're Wichita North, you've got to find a way to extend drives, win series, keep the Dragon offense off the field. Excuse me, as I cough, it's a good time to take a break. We're going to step aside for the playing of the national anthem. We'll be back in 2 minutes with the Pitt State pregame show.
It's the place where you'll build that new swing set for your little girl. It's where the entire family will gather for Thanksgiving dinner, even Uncle Bob, where hundreds of wiffle ball games will be played, where countless slumber parties are held. It's your home, where memories are made every day. To view all of the current listings, browse their website at pittrealty.net. Your new home and your new memories start at Pitt Realty.
In a world of prefabricated convenience, isn't it nice to know that nothing beats good old-fashioned craftsmanship? Hicus Masonry sells all natural materials to create structures that are both stunning and sturdy. When it comes to quality stone and brickwork, don't take chances. Go right to the experts. Whether it's indoors or out, big or small, make Hicus Masonry the first choice for your next project.
CDL offers a comprehensive, proactive maintenance program to keep your business electrical systems running efficiently. Without inspection and proper care, it could be just a matter of time before your operation is damaged and your customers are impacted. You can trust CDL Electric to solve your problems before they happen and supply the parts you need to keep your electrical system in excellent condition. Don't wait until you have to call an electrician. Call the professionals at CDL today. Find them fast at names and numbers.
In a world of prefabricated convenience, isn't it nice to know that nothing beats good old-fashioned craftsmanship? Hicus Masonry melds time-honored hardscaping skills with all-natural materials to create structures that are both stunning and sturdy. When it comes to quality stone and brickwork, don't take chances. Go right to the experts. Whether it's indoors or out, big or small, make Hicus Masonry the first choice for your next project.
Now back to Dragon football.
We're back live at Hutchison Field. The Dragons are getting set to take the turf here at Hutchison Field, the home of the Dragons, right on Broadway. The sun is setting back behind the Pepsi plant as we are moments away from kicking things off. Let's get you the starting lineups for the Dragon offense today. Up front, at center, the senior Drew White, 6 foot, 215 pounds. The two guards, Jarek Butcher on the right side. He's a sophomore, 6 foot, 208. On the left guard, Daniel Eichenberger, a junior, 6 foot, 2, 195 pounds. The right tackle, Braden Letterman. He is a sophomore, 6 foot, 1, 197. As the left tackle is Josh Newport, 6'1", 252. Newport, a senior. It is senior night, the last home game of the regular season. They were all recognized for all fall sports earlier here in the pregame show. The running backs, Noah Vaughn, a 5'9", 211-pound senior. Tailback is Jelani Long. Jelani's a junior, 6 foot, 177. The wide receivers, Elijah Harris, he is the go-to guy, 5'9", 160. Kagan Cole, another senior, 5'10", 160 or 173. And Drew Rolfe, the junior, 6'1", 163. The tight ends, Nate Woods and Trevor Kent. Kent garners all the attention, the Northwestern signee, 6'5", 247. But don't go to sleep on the guy on the other end, Nate Woods, 6'3", 215, outstanding in the run game as well as can get downfield and catch the ball. The quarterback that makes it all go, Chase Curtis, 6'3", 164. The junior gets better with each snap of the football. His reads are much, much better, and he is really putting this offense. Pittsburgh likes to run that triple option type of action. They are really a run-based team, and look to see that continue tonight. I think the Dragons need to get out to a quick start. As mentioned in our keys to the game tonight, starting lineups for the Dragons brought to you by Pittsburgh Ford. Pittsburgh Ford has a team of experts to ensure that you get exactly what you want when you step onto their lot. Whether you are there for an amazing new vehicle or to maintain your current one, Pittsburgh Ford is there to help. Let's take a look at the offensive numbers through week 7, brought to you by Monica Kellogg CPA LLC. We'll bring them up on the screen. Through 7 weeks, Pittsburg High averaging 331 total offense. On the ground, 179, as I mentioned, through the air, 152. They are run first, but when they go to the air, they have the quick strike and the deep strike capabilities with the arm of Curtis as well as the receiving core that he has. As you look at this, it is a lopsided on-paper ball game, but that's what makes this Wichita North team so dangerous, is because they have no expectations. When you can go into a game as the underdog, a lot of things can happen. I think the longer Pittsburg High lets them stay in this, the more confidence they will gain. Monica Kellogg, personal small business tax preparation, along with a variety of other accounting practices, are all available at Monica Kellogg CPA. Call today at 235-0920 to set your appointment. That's 235-0920 for Monica Kellogg CPA LLC. And look at the offensive numbers through week 7. Appreciate those of you tuned in on the radio dial, KSHQ 100.7, as well as online. Our video stream available at ESPN1007.com. We bring you all Dragon sports all season long, football, basketball, as well as baseball. I'm Aaron Amershak with you on the play-by-play. My son Xander running the camera for us this evening. To my left, outside in the cold, back in the station, Orion, keeping us on the air, studio producer, engineer. It takes a village, but we give you just about every way you can consume these ball games. So appreciate all of you for tuning in, and for all of our sponsors for allowing us to set up and take our show on the road when need be, and be right here for this final regular season home game. We're going to take a final timeout here on the Pitt State pregame show. We will come back and set the stage for opening kick. So Wichita North Redskins and the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons. Back in 2 minutes.
Now back to Dragon football.
Are you tired of all those confusing checking account options? The Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union makes your choice simple. We only have one option. Our checking account has no monthly fees, and if you maintain a $2,000 minimum balance, we pay you interest. Get the Credit Union Advantage at 416 North Broadway, or call 620-231-5719 for more information. Deposits are federally insured by NCUA up to $250,000.
At Evans Motors, we have something for everyone. Looking for a truck to help get the job done? It's on our lot. Need a gas saver to get you around town? It's on our lot. In the market
makeover, the Eddy Auto Body in Pittsburgh will make it look as good as new. The Eddy Auto Body on East 4th in Pittsburgh since 1948. Find us fast in names and numbers.
Highway just south of Pittsburgh, or check out our digital dealership online at evansmotors.net.
Now back to Dragon
The
football.
human eye blinks about 17,000 times a day, but here's a real eye-opener. Dry eyes can cause irritation, red eyes, and blurred vision. Don't assume your blurry vision means you need new glasses or contacts. The doctors at Canar Eye Care are experienced in diagnosing and treating dry eyes with the newest treatments available. So schedule your eye exam in Pittsburgh or Girard with Canar Eye Care, the clear choice.
Find them fast in names and numbers.
Now back to Dragon football.
Advertising on digital billboards works. I'm Carrie Nix, co-owner of Arrowhead Outdoor. We now have 15 digital billboards at busy stoplight intersections in Kansas and Oklahoma, including at 14th and Santa Fe in Chanute and 20th and Broadway in Pittsburgh. Here's Brian Pasteur with Pitt Realty.
A big part of our growth is our branding and our ads on the digital billboard at 20th and Broadway.
Thanks, Brian. Learn more about our affordable, effective advertising on our digital billboards. Call Arrowhead Outdoor at 620-308-6667.
Now back to Dragon football.
Pittsburgh High leads Wichita.
CDL offers a comprehensive, proactive maintenance program to keep your business electrical systems running efficiently. Without inspection and proper care, it could be just a matter of time before your operation is damaged and your customers are impacted. You can trust CDL Electric to solve your problems before they happen and supply the parts you need to keep your electrical system in excellent condition. Don't wait until you have to call an electrician. Call the professionals at CDL today. Find them fast at names and numbers.
At Evans Motors, we have something for everyone. Looking for a truck to help get the job done? It's on our lot. Need a gas saver to get you around town? It's on our lot. In the market for something reliable for your new teen driver? It's on our lot. Is your family growing and you need a vehicle with more space? It's on our lot. Come see all the vehicles on our lot at Evans Motors at the junction of 69 and 400 Highway just south of Pittsburgh, or check out our digital dealership online at evansmotors.net.
Now back to Dragon football.
We're back at the field, third down. Flag flies. Back at quarterback was P.J. Smith. False start called on the Redskins. That's their fourth penalty. They've been hit for 17 yards. One of those a half the distance to the goal. P.J. Smith now at the quarterback spot. It's going to roll to his right. Smith sets his feet, throws, picked off. Caught in the flat. Keith Waltrip running up the sideline. Waltrip lowers his shoulder. Tackled out of bounds at the 15. Waltrip with a huge play defensively. Dragons have it. Still first quarter. Keith Waltrip with a huge play. First and 10 Dragons. Ball at the 16 officially. 17 seconds remain first quarter. Curtis, right side, runs option, gives it out to Harris. Harris looking for his third score. Gets inside the 5. Tackled at the 2. Clock stops. On the first down. Pickup of fifth, about 13. Harris's fourth carry. It's going to bring us to the end of the quarter. Working on some audio difficulties. Got it back on. We will have the rest of this ball game coming to you live in the next 60 seconds. At the end of one, Pittsburgh High leads Wichita North 15-zip.
This is Jim Adams at Frank Fletcher Toyota.
Why should you choose Pittsburgh State University?
Nationally recognized academics.
Student-friendly tuition.
Incredible athletics. The amazing campus.
Whatever you're looking for in a university, you'll find it here.
It's why you belong. It's why you belong at Pittsburgh State University.
What do you want from your bank?
Access to my account information on my phone.
Security, convenience, and friendly staff.
When I call, I want to speak with a real person.
I want it all. Low fees, low loan rates, and high deposit rates.
What if there was a place like this in your community? There is. Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union, with locations in Pittsburgh, Fort Scott, Independence, and Coffeyville, serving area residents since 1949.
Toyota Joplin.
Now back to Dragon football.
Dragons will have it first and goal to go from the 2-yard line after Elijah Harris takes it 12 yards. Keith Waltrip got this thing going with the interception. "17 seconds in the first quarter." Waltrip been instrumental into the success of this Dragon defense. Undersized kid, but makes plays all over the field. I formation, Vaughn to fullback. Tailback is long. They're going to give it to Noah. Vaughn goes in strong from 2 yards out, untouched
Big hole from the offensive line. Vaughn hangs 6 more on the board for the Dragons. They lead 21-0, pending the Neef PAT.
Number 65, Nathan Neef.
Like it much better when Xander's right next to me in the booth. He can run the score bug. I forget to update it. I got it updated here. 11:58 remaining in the second quarter. Neef sends it through. We're going to take a 1-minute timeout. Come back. It'll be Neef once again on the field, teeing it up for the Dragons. They lead 22-0.
Pittsburg 22, Wichita North 0.
This is Jim Adams at Frank Fletcher Toyota. If you're in the market for a new car, wouldn't it make sense to do your homework? Well, what if I told you the Toyota brand is #1 in safety, #1 in reliability, #1 in resale, and has the lowest cost of ownership of any other vehicle brand? Frank Fletcher Toyota in Joplin invites you to dare to compare. The bold new Camry has held the safety, reliability, and resale banner for decades. Since 1982, Toyota Camry has been the smart choice. Brand new Camry start at just $20,997 or get 0% financing for 72 months. The Toyota Corolla has been the best-selling car in the world. No, really, 31 million people have started a family, went off to college, or took the long way home, and they're ready for a fun Toyota Corolla. Brand new Corolla LE start at just $16,997 or get 0% financing for 72 months. Dare to compare all other midsize cars and then make Frank Fletcher Toyota your final stop. Come see us today at Frank Fletcher Toyota.
Dragon football.
22-0. Pittsburg High leads this one. It's been all Dragons. Nathan Neef's going to have to ice his leg when this one's said and done. High end over end kick taken at the 7 by Jamari Hoy. Hoy into the wedge at the 10 to the 15. Finally brought down just past the 20 at the 21. Coming up off the bottom of the pile for the Dragons is Dylan Jordan. Jordan in the bright pink shoes, you can always recognize him. He's getting some more playing time here in the past couple of weeks. Pittsburgh sends back out the 4-4. Chase Johnson will be in at the linebacking spot. They're going to give Waltrip a breather after the pick. Keith standing on the sideline right in the pocket of the defensive coordinator. Williams on the handoff. Tries to get around the right side. Nowhere to go. Swallowed up. Loss of 2. Williams. Second carry of the game. Both of them have been in negative yards. Two receivers to the right side. The quarterback, P.J. Smith. Smith claps his hands twice, wanting the ball. Fakes it to Williams, keeps it himself straight up the middle. Gets to the second level, hit there by Dylan Prince. Pickup of 4.
On the tackle, number 59,
Devron Duncan also there on the assist. She here for the PA announcer, Rob Emery. Two receivers left side, 2 to the right. The quarterback, Smith, has Williams to his right side from the shotgun. Dragons 4-4. Walking the linebackers up. Smith sets his feet 3 yards. Throws over the middle. This one picked. No. In and out of the hands of Joel Kafka. He was there. Made a break on it from that safety spot. Pass intended for Chris Zaricki. And it falls incomplete.
Number 4, Chris Zaricki. Back to receive, number 5, Joel Kafka. Also back, number 20, Elijah Harris.
On the punt, ball bounces back to Zaricki. He's able to get it up, get it away. Bounces in Dragon territory at the 47. Rolls to a stop at the 43. Pittsburgh will take over from there.
Ball is down by the Redskins. Purple Dragons will have ball first and 10. The ball spot on their own.
Through the air currently, Wichita North, 1 for 4 for -4 yards. There's nothing doing in the passing game. They have 71 yards on the ground, total offense of 70. Pittsburgh High, 133, 84 on the turf, 49 off the arm of the junior quarterback, Chase Curtis. Receiver to each side, backs to either side of Curtis. Quick hitter outside. Kagan Cole goes to his knees to catch it.
He brings it in, the official says, after a pickup of 3. Curtis is, dare I say, perfect thus far. That one close to hopping in there. Kagan did a great job going low and getting the arms underneath. 10:07 remains first half. Elijah Harris is going to go wide to the right side. Backs in the I formation and tied in to the left and right. Curtis barks out the signal. Little counter in the action in the backfield. Jelani Long, second man through, has it. Makes a couple of guys miss at the 40 in Redskin territory all the way down to the 30. So a pickup of 22. Jelani Long, second carry of the game, with some room to run on the counter play. Pulled the right side guard coming over. That's Jarek Butcher. Jelani right off his hip into the second level. Made a man miss, then showed some speed. Back split from the shotgun. Curtis, option, left side, keeps it himself. Comes around the edge, hit hard by the linebacker. Chase Curtis picks up 2.
On the tackle, number 5, P.J. Stewart.
Making the stop, P.J. Smith, the quarterback.
And officials timeout on the play.
Timeout, as we have an injured Redskin, number 25, Austin Collins, a 5'9", 175-pound linebacker, shooken up on that play. 9:22 and counting. It's all Dragons, 22-zip. Elijah Harris on the ground through the air. Oh, the Dragon Band is going to be doing the glow show in the post game. We'll keep the camera on, show that to you. (9:10) clock winds. 3 receivers wide to the right side. Rolfs, the far man out in the slot as Harris, the snap bounces back to Curtis. He lost one up to the corner. Elijah jumps, it's tipped away, knocked incomplete. The first incomplete pass for the quarterback Curtis. And that one had disaster written all over it from the start as the ball snapped back or bounced back to him. Drew White does an excellent job. He's allowed maybe a bad snap once every 7 or 8 games. I don't remember too many more of those before this. 2-year starter for the Dragons, anchors that offensive line. Inside handoff from the shotgun. Jelani Long over the left side, following his blockers well, cutting through the seams down to the 14. 13 yards on the gain. First and 10 from the 14. Jelani moves the chains for the Dragons. Harris out, Conrad in. Landon will go wide to the left side. To the right, Kagan Cole tied in to the right as well. Vaughn and Long in the backfield from the shotgun. Option inside. Noah Vaughn cuts back to his left. Sidesteps a man at the 5 into the end zone. Noah Vaughn isn't just brute force. He'll show he's got some moves with a little sidestep. 28-0. Pittsburgh on top. PAT, Nathan Neef. 8:20 remains in the first half. Snap, hold, kick. All good. 29-0. Dragons lead this one back in 1 minute. It's Dragon Football on the MyTown Media Network.
At Commerce Bank, we offer auto loans that fit your world.
In my world, I need a different car, so I need an auto loan now. The next car I buy will be red, fast, sporty, and we probably want 3 rows so the kids can really spread out.
Whether you're buying new or used or refinancing your current car, Commerce Bank can help. We'll get you a competitive auto loan that fits your budget and flexible payment options that make sense for you. We can even pre-approve a loan so you can start looking for that car that fits your family. Make it easy. So apply today at
Go through 2 more doors, give it to
commercebank.com. Easy? That's cool. Easy. That's Commerce Bank.
Facing criminal charges may be the most frightening challenge of your life. The loss of freedom, your job, your license, are prospects you don't want to take lightly. Don't Calling the law office of Edward J. Battatori is your first step to taking control of your situation. Put their reputation for success in the courtroom on your side. Call the law office of Edward J. Battatori today, 620-230-0333, and take back control of your life.
Now back to Dragon football.
Pittsburg High leads 29-zip, 8:20 remaining in the first half. As Nathan Neef on once again with the swing of the right leg. We'll send this one deep. In the second half, second quarter, Dragon offense has continued to roll. Wichita North had their team out on the field, ready to roll. Dragon still in the huddle. Pittsburg goes to the field, and Wichita North back to the sideline. Once again, deep, Jamari Hoy along with Chris Zaricki back there this time. Carlos Ortiz is back deep on the left side of the formation for Wichita North. Wichita North, good friend of mine, an alum from there. Beautiful campus. She called, talked to me today, said make sure I say good things about the Redskins. Another famous alum, not quite as much as she, Barry Sanders. This ball bounces past Hoy into the end zone, touchback. Great to hear from you today, Jill. Jill King, good longtime friend of the family. Her son and I have traveled to many of OU games together over the years. They're watching and listening, I believe, down in the Phoenix, Arizona area. Scottsdale, Gilbert, somewhere around there, where it's much warmer than here in Kansas. The sun went down. The temperature dropped about 10, 15 degrees. High formation this time. Turn, handoff. That's Bruckner. Hit. Ball popped loose. Great tackle from the left side. Keith Waltrip caused the fumble. Put his helmet right on the football. Waltrip is having a game. Redskins recover. It's going to be a loss of 4. On the carry was Williams.
Play will bring up a second down. And 14 for the Redskins.
2nd and 14. Pittsburgh's going to walk the linebackers up. Looking to show blitz. Jordan coming off the edge from the left side. Quarterback gets it away in time. Rolf's there in the coverage, and it falls incomplete. 7:27 remaining. 3rd down and 14 after the incomplete pass. Clock stops.
That's a 10 for number 86, Javier Ruiz. Pass is incomplete.
2 receivers right side, 2 to the left. Twins formation. P.J. Smith, the quarterback, from the shotgun. Steps back, throws quick. Inside receiver has a man. It's caught, coming up to make the stop. Kafka from the safety spot. Pickup of 5. Smith with the first positive passing play. Esteban Gonzalez, the recipient of it. It is a 5-yard pickup. Back deep, Elijah Harris, Joel Kafka. Zaricki, the left-footed punter, sends it in the air. Spiraling kick's going to drop at the 50. Flag flies as the fair catch was called for. Joe Williams collided with Kafka. The ball came loose, but he was not really given the opportunity to catch on the fair catch. So It'll be a penalty. Dragons will have it once again in Redskin territory. 6:43 to play. They lead 29-0. Officials having a conference near the midfield stripe. Still talking. District time all across the state except 5 and 6A as everybody gets in. This is the final regular season game. Everybody else has one more next week, 5 and 6A. Whoa. Now they're going to call it against Pittsburg. I didn't understand the call. They came over and
holding on the Purple Dragons.
They're going to call a hold on Pittsburg, back them up. Now they'll have it in their own territory. Pittsburg with a receiver to each side. Offset eye. The ref was behind the defense. We had to wait and let him get settled. Now he's ready for play. Curtis under center. Turn, handoff. Is that long once again? It is Jelani.
Number 24, Jelani long on the carry.
Pickup of 2. In is Harris, out is Cole. Ross is going to come in. Landon Conrad will exit. There's a Redskin down on the turf. We'll take 30 seconds for an injury timeout. Pittsburgh High leads 29-0, back in 30.
Advertising on digital billboards works. I'm Carrie Nix, co-owner of Arrowhead Outdoor. We now have 15 digital billboards at busy stoplight intersections in Kansas and Oklahoma, including at 14th and Santa Fe in Chanute and 20th and Broadway in Pittsburgh. Here's Brian Pasteur with Pitt Realty.
A big part of our growth is our branding and our ads on the digital billboard at 20th and Broadway.
Thanks, Brian. Learn more about our affordable, effective advertising on our digital billboards. Call Arrowhead Outdoor at 620-308-6667.
Now back to Dragon football.
Out of the injury timeout, that was Axel Jimenez, the 5'9", 270-pound D tackle / fullback, as we've seen him carry the football once tonight for the Redskins. Dragons will come out after the injury timeout. They're going to wind the play clock, I imagine, here pretty quick. Along with the game clock after the pickup of 2 from Jelani Long on first down, 2nd and 8. They need to get to the Wichita North 49 to move the chains. 189 of total offense, 137 on the ground. 52 through the air from the shotgun. Curtis sets, feet, throws. Deep up the right sideline, right over the shoulder into the pocket of Elijah Harris, makes the man miss, slips off of him, touchdown. 59-yard strike from Curtis to Elijah Harris. Ball hung in the air forever, right into the front shirt pocket of Elijah Harris. Harris's second catch. Neef on for the PAT. It's 35-0. 6 minutes remain in the second quarter. Dragons all over the Redskins. High snap. Harris gets it down. Neef sends it through. It's 36-0. Back in a minute. Dragons on top of North in the MyTown Media Network.
It's that time of year, football fans.
At Lindbergh Pharmacy, we care about your health. From a qualified and caring staff to services like our Time My Meds and MedPack programs, Lindbergh Pharmacy provides personalized service you can count on. Refill prescriptions online at lindberghpharmacy.com or on your smartphone with our free Lindbergh Pharmacy mobile app. You can also sign up for our text alert program and we'll text or email you when your prescription is ready. Can't make it to us? We'll deliver your medications right to your door. Lindbergh Pharmacy, now 2 locations to serve you.
The mark of a great body shop is no mark at all. Whether your vehicle has minor door dings, scratches, been in a fender bender, or just needs a complete makeover, the Eddy Auto Body in Pittsburgh will make it look as good as new. The Eddy Auto Body on East 4th in Pittsburgh since 1948. Find us fast in names and numbers.
Liability and resale banner for decades. Since 1982, Toyota Camry has been the smart choice. Brand new Camry start at just $20,997 or get 0% financing for 72 months. The Toyota Corolla has been the best-selling car in the world. No, really, 31 million people have started a family, went off to college, or took the long way home, and they're ready for a fun Toyota Corolla. Brand new Corolla LE start at just $16,997 or get 0% financing for 72 months. Dare to compare all other midsize cars and then make Frank Fletcher Toyota your final stop. Come see us today at Frank Fletcher Toyota, Joplin.
Now back to Dragon football.
36-0 Pittsburgh High leads. 6 minutes remaining first half. Nathan Neef once again will pace it off for the Dragons. Back deep, Ortiz and Jamari Hoy. Neef with the approach. High and deep. Coming to the right side, that is Carlos Ortiz into the wedge, the 15, out to the 19, stopped there. Ty Cicero, Peyton Steele to make the stop. 1st and 10, Redskins. Ball marked at the 19. See who's back in at quarterback. They've been running Ty Bruckner as well as P.J. Smith. Regardless of who's at quarterback, the other will be on the field. Both had carries as well as receptions. When Darius Russell, the starting quarterback, is Bruckner in there this time. Bruckner turns, fakes the handoff, rolls left, getting chased by Kent, floats it out into the flat, intended for Austin Collins, falls incomplete.
On coverage, number 8, Alex Kafka passes incomplete.
Kafka in coverage, pass falls incomplete, 2nd and 10. Trevor Kent giving chase, Ty Bruckner doing everything he could to avoid that grasp. Over on the sideline, offensive line, getting some instruction from Coach Bernhardt, Ben Bernhardt, long time assistant coach in charge of the offensive line, finding out what those kids are seeing. Twins formation. P.J. Smith now is going to keep it himself up the middle, runs right into Devron Duncan. Devron holds him up. Dylan Prince finishes him off. Pickup of maybe 2. Smith. I don't know where he's got P.J. Stewart. My roster says Smith. One of us is wrong. I hope it's not me. 3rd down, 8. After the 2-yard gain from Smith. P.J. again from the shotgun. Linebacker Chase Curtis goes right to left. Smith's going to drop 3 steps. Floats it over the middle. Ball tipped at the line of scrimmage. Dylan Jordan in coverage. It falls incomplete. Another punting situation for the Redskins.
On the coverage, number 3, Dylan Jordan. Pass is incomplete. Play brings up a 4th down.
Chris Zaricki on to punt. The sophomore, 6'3", 175. Good-looking kid. Plays wide receiver for North as well. Back deep for the Dragons. Dylan Jordan as well as Brett Weimers. Kick is away. Knuckleball Weimers. Fair catch in Redskin territory at the 48. Dragons take over from there. Might have some subs into the game.
Dragons will have the ball 1st and 10. Ball spot on the Redskin 48-yard line.
36-0. Dragons lead. 5:02 to play. Curtis from the shotgun. Inside give. Noah Vaughn into traffic. Picks up 2. Hit. Rugby scrum from there. He's
Going to get another yard, give him 3. Vaughn with 43 yards on 5 carries. 1 shy of Harris, who has 44 on 4 carries. Dragons has a team with 140 on the turf. From the eye, Curtis under center. Receiver to each side, fumbled the snap momentarily. That was all him. He did get it to Vaughn, but Noah had nowhere to go. The timing, wall off on that play. Noah gets a yard. Making the stop, Gabe Simmons, a 5'10", 220-pound junior linebacker.
Play does bring it to be 3rd down and 7.
Third down, 7 to go. Whistle as the Dragons break the huddle. Timeout called. Wichita North back in 30 seconds. Dragons lead 36-zip. It's Pittsburg High Athletics on the MyTown Media Network. Facing criminal charges may be the most frightening challenge of your life. The loss of freedom, your job, your license, are prospects you don't want to take lightly. Don't face these challenges alone. Calling the law office of Edward J. Battatory is your first step to taking control of your situation. Put their reputation for success in the courtroom on your side. Call the law office of Edward J. Battatory today, 620-230-0333, and take back control of your life.
Now back to Dragon football.
Out of the timeout, Pittsburg High with the 3rd and 7 situation. 3:50 remain, first half. It's been all Dragons. The defense has given the Pittsburgh offense short fields since the opening kick. The Dragons, 24 total offensive plays for 252 yards, just 17 snaps for the Redskins. Pittsburgh break the huddle. Drew Rolfs goes wide to the right side. In the slots, Elijah Harris. I formation. They're going to send Harris across. Curtis fakes the counter. Looks to the outside. Kagan Cole. No, excuse me, that's Rolfs. I missed him twice now. Last week, he had a great catch. I mistook him for Kagan. This time, he does it again. From the 45 to the 30, pick up a 15. Curtis continues to look good in the passing game. Rolf's second catch, now with 32. Cole wide to the left, 2 tight ends this time, shotgun formation. Inside handoff, Vaughn.
Number 32, Noah Vaughn on the carry.
Gain of 5, Noah. Just methodically moves the ball. Not necessarily a huge hole there, but he makes one himself. Vaughn's going to come out, 2nd and 5. As the flag flies, somebody on Pittsburgh jumped. Seems like it's been a while since I put down the penalty for the Dragons. I don't know if I missed 1 or 2, but my count, they have 6 for 35. Harris back in. Curtis all the way to the numbers to get the play call. Second quarter, 2:46 remains till the break. Dragons currently the 5 seed in the East. Or excuse me, the 4 seed. As it would stand, we'll play Blue Valley Southwest next week. We'll see what happens at the end of the night. Pass over the middle. That's Trevor Kent. Kent all the way down inside the 5. Tackled at the 1. 28-yard reception for the big tight end.
Play does bring up a 1st and goal. Ball spotted on the Redskin 2.
Just the 2nd reception for Trevor this year. 2:19 clock rolls. we got Keith Waltrip, the fullback, going to give him the ball with the defensive specialists. Find the end zone. They do. Waltrip in. Touchdown. Dragons. Keith Waltrip goes in from 2 yards out. Pittsburg High now leads 42-0. There's an injury on the field. Keith Waltrip punches one in. See if I can find a place to put him in my stat column over here. He's having a game. Caused a fumble, had the pick in the first quarter, now goes in for the score. Leading candidate for our player of the game. Neef will come on once again for the PATs.
The personal foul was on the Redskins. Enforced on the kickoff.
So there was a flag flew on the touchdown. Personal foul called on Wichita North.
Into the extra point, number 65.
Keith Waltrip's 2 yards put the Dragon offensive total unofficially at 3:02 in the first half. Neef, not comfortable with his paces, will walk it off once again. 3 back, 3 to the left. Settles in, nods his head. The snap from Willis, perfect. Hold us down, kick is good. 43-0, 2:01 remaining first half. It's all Dragons in this one. We'll be right back after this 30-second timeout on the MyTown Media Network.
Advertising on digital billboards works. I'm Carrie Nix, co-owner of Arrowhead Outdoor. We now have 15 digital billboards at busy stoplight intersections in Kansas and Oklahoma, including at 14th and Santa Fe in Chanute and 20th and Broadway in Pittsburgh. Here's Brian Pasteur with Pitt Realty.
A big part of our growth is our branding and our ads on the digital billboard at 20th and Broadway.
Thanks, Brian. Learn more about our affordable, effective advertising on our digital billboards. Call Arrowhead Outdoor at 620-308-6667.
Now back to Dragon football.
Aaron Emershak back live, 2:01 remaining in the first half. Nathan Neef will tee it up.
For the Purple Dragons, number 65, Nathan.
I don't know if they got a JV kicker, but you may need to bring him in just to save Nathan's leg. 302 yards of offense on 28 plays will get you. Oh, I forgot about that was what the problem was. They had to mark off the penalty from the touchdown. So 15 yards. Nathan will be kicking it from their own, or from the Wichita North 45. Xander Amershak working the cameras for me tonight. Back at the studio, Orion keeping us on the air. Producer, studio engineer. Coming up at the conclusion of this, we'll have the Campus Bookstore Scoreboard Show. Tyler Dara will host, along with anybody else that steps in there, can read off scores. Neef, from right to left, swings the leg. End over end kick. This one's going into the end zone. It'll be a touchback for the Redskins. They'll take over at the 20. 1st and 10. Dragon defense working a couple of subs in over at corner. Alex Kafka, Landon Conrad to the near side. Dylan Jordan at one of the safeties. Skylar Von Winklepleg at the other. Second man through, Joe Williams, nowhere. Peyton Steele with the stop. Joe Williams, loss of 3. That puts Wichita North at 70 yards total offense. Wide to the right side, Chris Zaricki.
P.J. Smith from the shotgun. To his left is Williams. Smith on the quarterback draw. Hit initially by Josh Newport, the D tackle. Smith on the carry, picks up the 4 Williams lost. Back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10, 62 seconds remaining first half. Long time in the huddle. They'll break it with 8 on the play clock. Quickly to the line. Ty Bruckner started at quarterback in the slot to the right side. Smith trying to throw out that way over the head of his intended receiver, Joe Williams. Pass goes incomplete. 4th and 10, 43 seconds remain. Back deep, Dylan Jordan. Bunch formation, now they'll spread out. Back for the Redskins, Zaricki gets the punt away. Joe Talley nearly there for the block. Jordan waves for the fair catch and has it. At the Redskin 49, they'll take over possession 1st and 10, 37 seconds. Chicken Neal, one time, probably get us to the half. Been all Dragons, they lead 43-zip. Not sure, imagine we'll have running clock in the second half. Looking for a second tight end, Nate Woods is going to come in. White leads them to the line. Chase will be under center. It is the victory formation. He'll take a knee. They'll wind the clock. The official does not need to mark it down ready for play for another 4 seconds. Hold your horses, and we'll go to the half. They wind the play clock. They don't need to snap it again. We're going to take it to the house. Coming up on the SEK Urgent Care Halftime Show, we'll recap the first half, take a look at the numbers, and to look around the state at other scores. We'll pay particular interest to the 5A games and see what's going on. The SEK Urgent Care Halftime Show coming up on the other side of this 3-minute timeout. Give me 3 minutes. Here, it's Dragons 43, Wichita North 0.
Who's more important, football fans? The offensive.
Every 4 years, the fastest and strongest among us come together in one place to determine the best in the world. Frank Fletcher Toyota invites you to run through the tape.
31 million.
Hey, can I kick off in the second half if we score some more?
Car in the world. Drive away a brand new Corolla.
I don't know if I can squeeze in anybody's jersey, but I want to try. Bring me a water, please.
72 months.
And every Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our 24-month complimentary maintenance plan. The best deals on the best cars in America.
Only at Frank Fletcher Toyota, Joplin.
Since 1945, Tri-State Building has been helping build the 4-state area, providing quality construction services and dependability at competitive prices. Tri-State Building has a reputation as a general contractor and an authorized Butler builder, which holds experience, quality, and reliability above all other considerations. Tri-State Building has built a multitude of projects and is your full-service design build contractor that can take you from concept to grand opening. For an honest and proven contractor, call us, Tri-State Building.
What do you want from your bank?
Access to my account information on my phone.
Security, convenience, and friendly staff.
When I call, I want to speak with a real person.
I want it all. Low fees, low loan rates, and high deposit rates.
What if there was a place like this in your community? There is. Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union, with locations in Pittsburg, Fort Scott, Independence, and Coffeyville, serving area residents since 1949.
The 2016 Tiny Dragon cheerleaders to the field.
First.
What you got, girls?
Size is so affordable. It earned Pittsburg State a top 10 ranking on Washington Monthly's Collegiate Best Bang for Your Buck list. But don't take my word for it. Visit Pittsburg State and see why there's nothing like being a gorilla. Learn more at pittstate.edu/BA-Gorilla.
The Campus Bookstore, located inside the University Plaza, has always been the most affordable place to buy new and used textbooks for your college classes. And there is no doubt they offer the best price when buying them back. But did you know that now at the Campus Bookstore, you can save even more money? They will rent you the books you need for your classes. Don't stress about the buying and selling process. Rent your textbooks from the Campus Bookstore. And don't forget their game day gear by Nike. The Campus Bookstore.
Now back to Dragon football.
Aaron Amershak back in the SEK Urgent Care halftime show located on the corner of Centennial and Broadway. SEK Urgent Care is dedicated to providing excellent medical care in a rapid, caring, and courteous manner to walk-in patients 7 days a week. We've got Junior Dragon cheerleaders out on the field as we kick off the SEK Urgent Care halftime show. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first half stats brought to you by Bob's Grill, a proud food tradition. Bob's Grill has been serving the community breakfast and lunch since 1964. Order what you want, eat what you get. Bob's Grill, 1014 North Broadway in Pittsburgh. It's been all Dragons in this one as they continue to roll in the first half. As we get you the first half stats. I lost my stat sheet. Let's get it pulled back up here. 302 yards of total offense, 28 plays, 148 rushing, 154 through the air. Chase Curtis is 9 of 10 for 154. His leading receiver is Elijah Harris, 2 for 65. A couple of touchdowns. Kagan Cole has 3 receptions for 28 yards. Clayton Kent. Trevor Kent has 1 for 28 down to the 2-yard line. Vaughn caught 1 out of the backfield. Rawls with 2 catches for 32 yards. On the ground, as I said, 148 for the Dragons overall. Leading the charge is Noah Vaughn, the fullback, 49 yards on 7 carries, 44 yards for Harris. He's got 4 touches, 38 for Long. Carried it 4 times. Chase Curtis, 2 carries for 15 yards. 74 yards total offense for North. 70 on the ground, 4 through the air. Bruckner is 1 for 3. P.J. Smith is 1 for 4 through the air. Gonzalez, the only catch for 5 yards, according to my unofficial numbers. Ortiz, 3 carries, 2 yards. Williams has 4 carries for -12. P.J. Smith, 3 carries for 10. Zaricki, 1 carry for 3, and Jimenez, the big fullback, 1 carry for 1 yard. Those are your first half stats brought to you by Bob's Grill. Take another 3-minute timeout on the SEK Urgent Care halftime show. Be back to Hutch Field with some scores from around 5A.
Hi, this is Dr. Brent Cousins. Established in 2005, SEK Urgent Care has been providing quality health care to Pittsburgh and surrounding communities. We are here for your medical needs from sneezes to stitches and everything in between. SEK Urgent Care, open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome and most insurance is accepted, including Blue Cross. SEK Urgent Care, where your time and family matter.
Give them a call, 231-8003, and find them fast in names and numbers.
If you want to improve your basketball skill set, you need to attend one of the Lane Lord basketball camps. Each camper receives individual attention and specific coaching adapted to age and skill level. There's something for everyone. A grade school camp for girls entering 3rd through 8th grade, a high school team camp available on 2 different weekends with both varsity and JV levels of competition, plus satellite camps throughout the summer. All campers receive instruction from head coach Lane Lord, head assistant Amanda David, along with former and current players. For more information, visit them online at LaneLordBballCamps.com. Coach Lord and Coach David have seen tremendous success over the past several years, and they begin their recruiting at these camps, with over 20 former campers being signed. Visit LaneLordBballCamps.com.
If you are injured in an accident or on the job, it is vitally important that you hire the right attorney. Before choosing an attorney, you should make sure they have the resources to fight large corporations or insurance companies. Your attorney should have extensive trial court experience and a track record of success. The Spigarelli Law Firm, with offices in Pittsburg and Coffeyville, has the experience, resources, and reputation to provide the quality representation your claim deserves. Fred Spigarelli has received the top rating from his peers with the Martindale-Hubbell Independent Rating System. His firm has the resources to hire the experts and physicians needed to properly present your claim. The Spigarelli Law Firm has successfully tried cases for over 40 years and taken numerous cases all the way to the Supreme Court. Call the Spigarelli Law Firm today at 877-409-7931 or visit their website at spigarelli-law.com. You can also find them fast in names and numbers. Be sure to get reliable information when you choose an attorney to represent you.
Watco Companies has been a member of the Pittsburgh community since 1983. Now a national freight transportation provider, Watco serves customers in 26 states by offering transportation, mechanical, and transload services. Whether transporting potatoes from Idaho, replacing rail cars in Iowa, or transloading rock in Alabama, Watco will never forget their roots because there's no place like home. Watco supports Pittsburgh community athletics and wishes all area teams the best of luck.
The true test of a great insurance agency comes when you suffer a loss. It's easy to take your premiums, but Ray Ryan of Ryan Insurance of Pittsburgh knows that handling your claim is the most important service an insured needs.
Claim is our chance to let the customer know that we'll be out there, not just that we sold them a policy, we'll also be there when a claim occurs to make sure it gets handled in an honest, respectable way.
Ryan Insurance of Pittsburgh, a trusted choice agency. Find them fast in names and numbers.
Now back to Dragon football.
And Amershak back live as we continue to roll here on the SEK Urgent Care halftime show. Look around the state, try to find some scores of interest. Here locally, St. Mary's Colgan on top of Oswego, 41-6 at the half. Washburn Rural leads Topeka West, 48-7. Columbus just punched one in on a 4th and goal from the 1. 2-point conversion failed. Frontenac leads the Titans, 14-12. That game in the third quarter. Shawnee Mission East 33, Shawnee Mission West 0. Olathe East 36, Leavenworth 26. These scores are at the half. Rolling through. Ottawa 21, Lewisburg 7, Mill Valley 17, Gardner Edgerton 14, Rossville all over St. Mary's 35-10, Blue Valley West 16, St. James Academy 14, Dodge City up on Liberal 42-7, Baldwin leads Osawatomie 42-7 as well. Continuing to roll down, Wichita Heights 22, Wichita South 7. Collegiate leads Nickerson 20-18 at the half. Follow at Scores in Kansas, part of the part of the Sports in Kansas network. kpreps.com, another great follow for final scores, as well as the website for all things high school football. Rolling through, it's really trying to find that Lansing scores. So far, I'm not seeing it. Shawnee Heights 21, Emporia 12, Great Bend, Garden City tied at 7. Paola leads Fort Scott 20-13. Blue Valley Northwest trails Manhattan 21-14 at the half. And I think that's going to do it for our halftime stats. We're going to take a little bit of a long break here as we'll turn up the crowd mic and let the band play a little bit. And when the band's done, back at the station, Orion, play a couple of minutes of commercials. But we're going to let the band get a little airtime here as they're playing some Michael Jackson Thriller. So roll with it, Orion. When the band's done, roll the commercial.
Lindbergh Pharmacy provides fill prescriptions online at lindberghpharmacy.com or on your smartphone with our free Lindbergh Pharmacy mobile. You can also sign up for our text alert program and we'll text or email you when your prescription is ready. Can't make it to us? We'll deliver medications right to your door. Lindbergh Pharmacy, now 2 locations to serve you.
Jim Riddell Construction has been dedicated to providing quick and efficient construction services to the Midwest since 1968. Operating primarily in Kansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma, Jim Riddell Construction specializes in fiber optics and trenchless technologies, such as inside and outside splicing, pipe bursting, horizontal directional drilling, and large diameter pipelines. Jim Riddell Construction, proud supporter of area athletics.
Right now, you can choose how you want to save at Pittsburg Ford. On America's #1 selling truck, the 2016 Ford F-150. Choose 0% for 72 months or rebates as high as $6,050. Or choose 0% for 72 months or $2,500 in rebates on the 2016 Ford Edge. And finally, you can get $1,000 in rebates or 0% financing for 72 months on the 2017 Ford Escape or $2,500 in rebates. Some rebates may require financing through Ford Motor Credit. See dealer for details.
At Pittsburg Ford, you're very special to us.
Find them fast at names and numbers.
Our free head exam. We're sort of famous for it. People think it's funny when we say, get your free head exam. And it does sound funny, but it's serious business because you can lose your diamond if you don't do it, if you don't get your free head exam. I'm Jill Como. Of course, the head I'm talking about is not the one attached to your neck. There are other professionals for that. I'm talking about the head of your ring, the part that holds your diamond. The head of your ring has prongs. It has welds that keep the head attached to your ring. Those prongs wear out, get weak, and they break. But foolish you didn't get your free head exam at Como Jewelry, so you didn't realize that your head was falling apart. And one day, your diamond was gone, just like that. You can stop that from happening to you. Just come see us at Como Jewelry in Pittsburg and Joplin. Say you want your free head exam. You'll laugh, we'll laugh, and we'll save your diamond from falling out. You will be really happy.
It's the place where you'll build that new swing set for your little girl. It's where the entire family will gather for Thanksgiving dinner, even Uncle Bob, where hundreds of wiffle ball games will be played, where countless slumber parties are held. It's your home, where memories are made every day. To view all of the current listings, browse their website at pittrealty.net. Your new home and your new memories start at Pitt Realty.
Now back to Dragon football.
In a world of prefabricated convenience, isn't it nice to know that nothing beats good old-fashioned craftsmanship? Hicus Masonry melds time-honored hardscaping skills with all-natural materials to create structures that are both stunning and sturdy. When it comes to quality stone and brickwork, don't take chances. Go right to the experts. Whether it's indoors or out, big or small, make Hicus Masonry the first choice for your next project.
Now back to Dragon football.
Are you tired of all those confusing checking account options? The Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union makes your choice simple. We only have one option. Our checking account has no monthly fees. If you maintain a $2,000 minimum balance, we pay you interest. Get the Credit Union Advantage at 416 North Broadway or call 620-231-5719 for more information. Deposits are federally insured by NCUA up to $250,000.
At
At Evans Motors, we have something for everyone. Looking for a truck to help get the job done? It's on our lot. Need a gas saver to get you around town? It's on our lot. In the market for something reliable for your new teen driver? It's on our lot. Is your family growing and you need a vehicle with more space? It's on our lot. Come see all the vehicles on our lot at Evans Motors at the junction of 69 and 400 Highway just south of Pittsburgh, or check out our digital dealership online at evansmotors.net.
CDL offers a comprehensive, proactive maintenance program to keep your business electrical systems running efficiently.
Ryan, back to me after this one.
Proper care, it could be just a matter of time before your operation is damaged and your customers are impacted. You can trust CDL Electric to solve your problems before they happen and supply the parts you need to keep your electrical system in excellent condition. Don't wait until you have to call an electrician. Call the professionals at CDL today. Find them fast at names and numbers.
Now back to Dragon football.
Aaron Amershak back at the half. Pittsburgh High leads. Trying to roll through, see if I can find some more scores. We've got a couple of live mentions we got to take care of, pay some bills. Second half adjustments are brought to you by Crestwood Country Club. Crestwood Country Club offers the area's best entertainment value. The weather is cooling off, making it the perfect time to hit the links. Just got to get out there early as the sun starting to set a little bit early. For membership information, contact General Manager and Club Pro Todd Casey. Boy, this afternoon would have been a great day to play, though. It's been gorgeous these past couple of days. Adjustments for Pittsburgh High. Keep doing what you're doing. I mean, the only adjustments you need to make are maybe get some of these younger kids some Friday night experience. I'm going to have to extend my stat sheet here probably as well, rolling through. Defensively, they've done a good job containing the misdirection out of the shotgun, and in the passing game, when you're only allowing 4 yards, in the passing game, your defense is doing well. You've given up 74 total offense to your 302. Things are working. Wichita North, got to find something that's going to work and stay with it. I think they've spread themselves so thin. They've tried so many different formations, different combinations of people where they're at. I understand with the injuries that they've had, it's kind of forced their hand to do some of this, but I think they would like to find a little bit more consistency. We're going to step aside our final 1 minute timeout on the SEK Urgent Care halftime show, and we'll be back with the third quarter of action. Pittsburgh High leads 43-zip.
The human eye blinks about 17,000 times a day, but here's a real eye-opener. Dry eyes can cause irritation, red eyes, and blurred vision. Don't assume your blurry vision means you need new glasses or contacts. The doctors at Kanar Eye Care are experienced in diagnosing and treating dry eyes with the newest treatments available. So schedule your eye exam in Pittsburgh or Girard with Kanar Eye Care, the clear choice.
Find them fast in names and numbers.
Hi, this is Dr. Brent Cousins. Established in 2005, SEK Urgent Care has been providing quality health care to Pittsburgh and surrounding communities. We are here for your medical needs, from sneezes to stitches and everything in between. SEK Urgent Care, open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome, and most insurance is accepted, including Blue Cross. SEK Urgent Care, where your time and family matter.
Give them a call, 231-8003, and find them fast in names and numbers.
Now back to Dragon football.
If I turn up my mic, we're back live. Hudson Field 43-0. Pittsburgh High leads over the Wichita North Redskins. Everything has worked well tonight for the Dragons. In the passing game, Curtis is 9 of 10 for 154. Hit 5 different receivers. 5 different receivers tonight. In the running game, 5 different guys have carried the ball. Keith Waltrip with the score. Keith's playing outstandingly tonight. Has caused a fumble, had a pick, and then got in offensively, scored a touchdown as Noah Vaughn came out momentarily. Chase Curtis One thing to note, though, is the Dragon backup, Ty Roark, suffered a concussion last week and is out for a week or so following the protocol. So the backup quarterback for the Dragons is their fullback, Noah Vaughn, as well as outside linebacker Chase Johnson. Could be Brett Weimers. You never know what's going to happen with a lead like this, though. You'd like to get some younger kids some playing time, so we'll see what the Dragons do there moving forward. As Pittsburgh comes together, I thought there was 1 minute and 47 seconds earlier. I took a 1 minute timeout, and then they put 3 more minutes up. I thought they had already done that. One more time, our final 1 minute break on the SEK Urgent Care Halftime Show. I promise the third quarter of action coming up next.
At Commerce Bank, we offer auto loans that fit your world.
In my world, I need a different car, so I need an auto loan now. The next car I buy will be red, fast, sporty, and we probably want 3 rows so the kids can really spread out.
Whether you're buying new or used or refinancing your current car, Commerce Bank can help. We'll get you a competitive auto loan that fits your budget and flexible payment options that make sense for you. We can even pre-approve a loan so you can start looking for that car that fits your family. We make it easy, so apply today at a branch, over the phone, or online at commercebank.com.
Easy? That's great.
Easy. That's Commerce Bank.
Facing criminal charges may be the most frightening challenge of your life. The loss of freedom, your job, your license, are prospects you don't want to take lightly. Don't face these challenges alone. Calling the law office of Edward J. Battatory is your first step to taking control of your situation. Put their reputation for success in the courtroom on your side. Call the law office of Edward J. Battatory today, 620-230-0333, and take back control of your life.
Now back to Dragon football.
Aaron Amershak back live at Hutch Field. Pittsburgh High leads 43-0 as we get set for the third quarter of action. Full slate of college football available on the Sports Headquarters 100.7 tomorrow afternoon, as well as our NFL quadruple header this Sunday as they kick off early in London, and then the traditional noon, 3 and 6 game, followed by Monday night football, Thursday night football. We've got you covered when it comes to football at ESPN 100.7 KSHQ. Be sure and check out the local show Monday through Thursday, 4 to 5. Mike Snow, Chet Copeland. Talk with coaches all across the state with an emphasis here in southeast Kansas area, southwest Missouri. Fridays, we have Coach's Corner from 3 to 6, part of our 8 hours of high school football coverage, followed by the KPreps.com pregame show, and then we roll into our live game coverage. Dragons will host next week, and as they kick off playoff action, hard to believe. It seems like yesterday we were on the road at Harrisonville to start the season. North will be kicking off left to right on your radio dial. The Dragons back deep, Dylan Jordan, as well as number 12, Zach Sutton. It's going to skip at the 20. Sutton picks it up at the 13, comes near side, has a seam up the sideline, 30, 35, slips the tackle there, hit hard, brought down at the 37. Zach Sutton on the big return. Dragon offense comes out first and 10 from their own 37. Two receivers right side, Curtis under center, the I formation behind him. Vaughn at the fullback. Believe we've got a new tailback. Nope, still Jelani Long. Noah Vaughn carries, 3-yard pickup. Vaughn picking right up where he left off. He is 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Second down and 7 after the 3-yard gain. Receiver to each side, tight end right. That's Steele, I believe. Turn, handoff. Jelani Long slips a tackle at the 40, across the 45, near the midfield stripe. Stopped short of it. He's going to have enough for the first down. Give him 7. First and 10. Now ball spotted at the 49 of the Dragons. Turn down the old crowd mic a little bit. I like Rob. Not that much in my ear. Cole to the right side, tight end to each. Back split, shotgun, Curtis. He's going to run the option, coming near side, the short side. Pitches out to Long into Redskin territory. Bounces off a couple of tacklers. Finally bringing him to the turf. Number 55 for the Redskins, which is Gabe Simmons of the Performance Spine and Sport post-game show, Collision of the Game, Player of the Game. All coming up on the post-game show. Also the Pitt Realty coach's interview, if we can get Coach Tom Nicholson up here. Kagan Cole goes from left to right across the formation. They're going to pull back to the left. Jelani Long has the seam, breaks into the open at the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, 46 yards on the counter. Jelani Long hangs 6 on the board for Pittsburg High. Jelani now with 91 yards on 6 carries. And it's 49-0. Neef to make it a half 100.
The extra point is good.
Neef sends it through. Dragons lead 50-0. 10:04 remaining third quarter. Back in a minute.
Why should you choose Pittsburg State University?
Nationally recognized academics.
Student-friendly tuition.
Incredible athletics. The amazing campus.
Whatever you're looking for in a university, you'll find it here.
It's why you belong. It's why you belong at Pittsburg State University.
Aaron Amershak back
This is
live.
Jim Adams at Frank Fletcher Toyota.
Fade and go, Ryan. Mixed it. There we go. You're good to go.
To do homework. What if I told you the Toyota brand is
Fade out of that spot, please.
reliability, number one in resale, and has the lowest cost of ownership of any other vehicle brand. Frank Fletcher Toyota in Joplin invites you to dare to compare. The bold new Camry has held the safety, reliability, and resale banner for decades. Since 1982, Toyota Camry has been the smart choice.
All right, fade out of the spot.
$12,997 or get 0% financing for 72 months. The Toyota Corolla has been the best-selling car in the world. No, really, 31 million people have started a family, went off to college, or took the long way home, and they're ready for a fun Toyota Corolla. Brand new Corolla LE start at just $16,997 or get 0% financing for 72 months. Dare to compare all other midsize cars and then make Frank Fletcher Toyota your final stop. Come see us today at Frank Fletcher Toyota, Joplin.
Now back to Dragon football.
Need for the squib kick. Joe Williams trying to get it picked up inside the 10. The Dragons quickly converge on him. He is able to pick it up. Picks up 3 yards on the return out to the 13. They may spot it at the 14, as I thought Xander was about to drop the camera. Joe Talley makes the stop defensively. I saw that. Xander dropped the camera a little bit. I panicked as I just got a glimpse of it on the screen here. 50-0, 9:57. Clock is not winding. I am surprised. Toss sweep. Joe Williams swallowed up. That's Newport on the stop. Sheds his would-be blocker. Makes the play. Excuse me, not Newport. That's Neef with the stop. Nathan Neef. We got 65 and 56. A little transcribed there. Joe Williams picks up a yard.
Long time in the huddle. Doesn't really matter because they never did wind the play clock. Now they do. Williams over the right side loses his footing. Nice gain, though, out to the 24. It's going to be good for a first down, give him 10 yards.
Number 38, Dylan Prince. The yardage is good enough for a first down.
Inside handoff once again. Joe Williams goes right side, picks up 6. We 9:09 remaining. Second and 2 after the pickup of 8. I gave him 6. He got more than that. I formation, a little power I offense coming here. Handoff left side. Williams has some room, breaks free into the secondary. Jelani Long misses the tackle at the 43. Finally run out of bounds near midfield. It's going to be in Dragon territory at the 49. 19 yards on the carry. Joe Smith. Joe Williams, excuse me. Moving the ball well. Now 26 yards on 8 carries. Power eye right. Inside fullback. The lead man through. Didn't quite catch that number. Number 92, that is Jorge Torres. Torres, first carry of the game. Give him 3. Redskins on the move. 8:01 remain, third quarter. Dragons in the 4-4. Shading to the right as this time Williams has nowhere to go. The defense plugged it up. Dylan Prince comes in, wraps him up, takes him to the mat. 2-point takedown. Dylan Prince, outstanding wrestler for the Dragons.
Correction, 38 on tackle. Dylan Prince.
Minus a yard on that one for Joe Williams, the 5'9", 155-pound freshman running back. Clock rolls, 7:15 and counting. Power eye left, wide receiver to the right. That's the Ricky. Bruckner tries to throw. They're going to say incomplete pass. Thought it might have been a fumble. Nate Woods came from the backside. Nate appears to be a little shooken up on the play, reaching for his back. It's going to hobble off as Cicero comes on. Great pressure from the backside. The incomplete pass will bring up 4th down and 7. Bruckner.
Number 4, Chris Zaricki. Back deep to receive. Number 5, Joel Campbell.
Giving chase. Training staff quickly over to check on Woods. Maybe just a back spasm. They're going to run the fake. They're not going to get it. Pickup of a yard on the carry, Williams.
On the carry, number 10, Joe Williams.
It'll be a turnover on downs. Dragons have it. 1st and 10 at their own 45. 7:01 remaining in the third quarter. 50-0. I forgot to tack on the extra point on the score bug. Clock will roll in the 4th quarter, I've been told. So Dragons hustle to the offensive line. Get some subs in. So Weimer's running the quarterback, hands it off to the fullback that I believe is Joe Talley. Talley with the carry.
On the tackle, number 15, Darius Russell.
So Brett Weimer's the quarterback
Now for Pittsburg High. Joe Talley at the fullback. Got to get Talley's carries in there. Handoff.
Number 11, Ben Brenniger on the carry.
Ben Brenniger with the carry. This time he is at tailback. I hadn't got that far. He is stopped for a loss of 1. Axel Jimenez, who was shooken up earlier, makes the play. Just got to get the roster out. Some of these guys don't quite get the time as the starters. Going wide to the right, Corbin Russell. Toss sweep, Weimers gets it out to Brenniger. Brenniger shakes a man as the flag flies. It's going to be a hold on the Dragons. With the loss of 3, though, they may decline this penalty. Brenniger was swallowed up in a hurry. They are going to decline the penalty. It'd be 4th down and 10 from the 45. Punt team's going to come on for the Dragons first time tonight. Curtis, the starting quarterback, also handles the punting duties for the Dragons.
Back to receive, number 4, Chris Zaricki.
Zaricki back deep. High snap, Curtis has it, gathers. Sends a wobbler up the right sideline, bounces at the 25, rolls out of bounds inside the 15, right at the 15. Change of possession, 5:11 remain third quarter. It'll be Redskin football. Fresh faces, Weimers and Kafka will be the 2 corners. Von Winkelpleck and Jordan, the safeties. Linebackers, Johnson. Also in Fernando Gonzalez, a 5'9 sophomore. Jarek Butcher will be in the middle. Cicero at the left defensive end. Right side will be Peyton Steele. Newport and Neef, the 2 tackles. Handoff, Bruckner gives it on the right side. That's Joe Williams. Williams in space at the 30, 40, stutter step near midfield. Tackle made by Dylan Jordan at the Wichita North 48. 33-yard pickup for Joe Williams. First and 10, Redskins. It's the exact type of moment you want these younger kids to be able to play in and respond to. Varsity speed, seeing gaps, finding responsibilities, coming up, making plays. Toss sweep, left side, Williams cuts back against the grains, has a seam into the defense where the linebacker is going to come up, make the play. That's Von Winkelpleck with the stop after the pickup of 6. 154 yards total offense. Power right. Ty Bruckner, the quarterback, turns, talks to his fullback. That is Jorge Torres. They're going to give it to Torres, I believe. That was 92. Torres picks up 12.
Number 92, Jorge Torres on the carry.
The fullback, 3:57. First and 10. Ball at the 36. Torres once again. This time the Dragon defensive line holds him up. The surge forward is going to give him 2. Second and 8.
Number 92, Jorge Torres on the carry. On the tackle, number 7, Ty Cicero. Well, if you get those 50-50 tickets ready, we'll get that number here shortly.
Timeout called. Pittsburg High needs to talk. things over. 3:27 remaining, back in 30 seconds.
Winning number 3-2.
It's that time of year, football fans, to gear up at Jocksnitch Sporting Goods for some Gorilla, Chiefs, or local high school football. Jocksnitch has something for the whole family. Stop in downtown Pittsburgh or Parsons at Jocksnitch to score a new tee for those Friday or Saturday night lights. Jocksnitch has your team needs just a stop away. Huddle up the family and come into Jocksnitch Sporting Goods today.
You got the sports look good today. Sporting Goods from Jocksnitch.
Now back to Dragon football.
Dragon defensive staff wanting to talk to this group of second teamers out there on the field. As Wichita North being able to move the football a little bit easier against this crew. They want to show them where these and how they might be a little easier to stop.
4-0. Does the 10-yard line, Northeast corner to pick up your prize.
Somebody won the 50-50 pot, I believe. A couple of rows down in front of me celebrating as they were announcing some numbers. 3:27 remains, third quarter. North from the sideline comes out. 2nd down and 8 after the pickup of 2 from Torres. Power eye right from the shotgun. This is P.J. Smith. Smith quickly is going to throw out into the flat. Williams cuts back to the inside. Tracked down Ty Cicero. Joe Williams with the 5-yard reception. Smith with his second completion of the evening.
Yardage is good enough for a first down for the Redskins. Got the ball 1st and 10.
First and 10, ball at the 16. 26, excuse me. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Smith from the shotgun. Steps back, fires over the middle. Hit hard, Dylan Smith. Collides with the intended receiver. I believe that was Alex Rodriguez. Ty Bruckner from the slot. Goes incomplete, 2nd and 10. Three minutes remaining. 15 of gameplay. The clock will roll in the 4th quarter. Wide to the left, Esteban Gonzalez. To the near side comes Bruckner, as well as Chris Zaricki. Williams out of the backfield. P.J. Smith's going to keep it himself on the quarterback design run up the middle. Picks up 5. Whistles as appears to be one of the Dragon players shaken up. Chase Johnson, linebacker. No, excuse me, that's a lineman, number 70. Ethan Tomasi comes off the field. Peeled his own helmet on, I think just precautionary. Smith looks to Williams. Pump fakes, takes off on his own again. Gets the necessary yardage for the first down, give him 6. Moves the chains, 1st and 10, inside the 15 at the 14. 2:39 remains, third quarter.
On the Purple Dragon 14-yard line.
We're going to take away the helmet from Tomasi. Run him through standardized tests on the sideline. Make sure he's okay. Under 2:20 remain, third quarter. Under center, that's Bruckner. Turns, hands off Williams. Spin move at the 12, down to the 10, inside. Finally brought to the turf at the 9. Coming up to make the play is Weimers. Excuse me, 5, not 6. That's Weimers. Or excuse me, Kafka.
Play does bring up a 2nd down and 5 for the Redskins.
Williams gets 5 yards. What appeared to be nothing much there. Hit at the line of scrimmage, spun out of that tackle. 1:47, clock rolls. The most efficient offensive drive is there's only 1 second on the play clock. The right guard could not get his chin strap buckled. They're going to stop it and reset. It's a great move to buy yourself a time and avoid the delay of game. Bruckner on the reverse. Zaricki with a stiff arm at the 5 into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins.
Touchdown, Wichita North.
Chris Zaricki goes in from 9 yards out for the score. It's 50-6 now. With 84 seconds remaining, third quarter. Bruckner will line him up to go for 2. A reverse play is always dangerous any time of the game, especially with a set of reserves in. Staying home, taking care of responsibilities, sometimes very tough to do. Bruckner to the corner. Zaricki off his fingertips out of bounds. The 2-point conversion, no good. It's Pittsburg High 50, Wichita North 6, back in 1 minute.
Facing criminal charges.
At Lindbergh Pharmacy, we care about your health. From a qualified and caring staff to services like our Time My Meds and MedPack programs, Lindbergh Pharmacy provides personalized service you can count on. Refill prescriptions online at lindberghpharmacy.com or on your smartphone with our free Lindbergh Pharmacy mobile app. You can also sign up for our text alert program and we'll text or email you when your prescription is ready. Can't make it to us? We'll deliver your medications right to your door. Lindbergh Pharmacy, now 2 locations to serve you.
City Chief, but I'm also a proud graduate of Pittsburg State University. Pittsburg State offers more than 200 degree programs, small class sizes, and tuition so affordable, it earned Pittsburg State a top 10 ranking on Washington Monthly's Collegiate Best Bang for Your Buck list. But don't take my word for it. Visit Pittsburg State and see why there's nothing like being a gorilla. Learn more at pittstate.edu/BA Gorilla.
Now, back to Dragon football.
We're back, third quarter of action, 1:24 remaining. Pittsburg High leads 50-6 after the end around to Chris Zaricki. Puts Wichita North on the board. Little squib kick up front. Still loose. And the Redskins are going to have it, I believe. They have recovered the onside kick. They did. And the sidelines erupt for Wichita North. 1st and 10 Redskins. Ball at the Dragon, 46.
Redskins on the ball, 1st and 10. Ball spotted on the Purple Dragon, 46-yard line.
Pittsburgh has about 18 guys out there trying to figure out who's going to start, who's going to play. Neef and Newport go to the D tackles. Cicero and Steele be the 2 ends. Linebacking core consists of Tino Canales, Ben Blessant, as well as, I don't know who's 45. Back to throw, Bruckner over the top. Weimers comes through, tips, and picks it off. Brett Weimers with the tip drill. B-Dub making plays in the secondary. Weimers is going to peel the gloves off to go back out and take over at quarterback for the Dragons. Timeout for injury. Wichita North training staff out to attend to one of theirs. They're going to roll him over. We'll step up, and we'll keep it right here. 1:13 remaining. At the end of this quarter, the clock will roll. And we'll get out of here. Coming up at the end of this contest, the Performance Spine and Sport postgame show. We will recap final game stats. Have a chat with Dragon head coach Tom Nicholson. Collision of the game, player of the game, as well as get you ready for the Campus Bookstore scoreboard show back at HQ. Tyler Darrell will be there along with, who knows, we've got 6, 7 guys. Orion could be in there, could be Shelby, could be Avi. I'm really not sure. Tyler Russell, everybody and anybody helps out with the Campus Bookstore scoreboard show, rounding up the finals from all over southeast Kansas, southwest Missouri. District play underway in Missouri this week. Kansas 5A, 6A kicks off next week, and we'll also round out the district play for Class 4 and below. Weimers leads the troops up. Heavy set to the left, turns, hands off. Nowhere to go. Brenniger hit hard immediately as he took the football. Loss of 4. Brenniger is going the wrong way here. He's got 3 carries for -7. Making the stop, P.J. Smith, the inside linebacker, on a blitz. 50 seconds remain, third quarter. The Dragons will split a wide receiver to each side. Corbin Russell comes to the left, the wide. Weimers looking for the tight end seam. It's there. On the catch, Peyton Steele. Needed 14. Think he's going to be short a yard? No, they're going to say he got it. Just what he needed. Weimers.
Yardage you get up for a first down for the Purple Dragons. Has the ball first and 10. Ball on their own 38-yard line.
Gets 15 out of that. On the reception, Steele. Toss sweep, left side, nothing doing. $169 yards now through the air for the Dragons. That's going to be the end of the third. Pittsburg High leads 50-6. Back with the final 12 minutes after this 60-second timeout. It's Dragon football on the MyTown Media Network.
Advertising on digital billboards works. I'm Carrie Nix, co-owner of Arrowhead Outdoor. We now have 15 digital billboards at busy stoplight intersections in Kansas and Oklahoma, including at 14th and Santa Fe in Chanute and 20th and Broadway in Pittsburgh. Here's Brian Pasteur with Pitt Realty.
A big part of our growth is our branding and our ads on the digital billboard at 20th and Broadway.
Thanks, Brian. Learn more about our affordable, effective advertising on our digital billboards. Call Arrowhead Outdoor at 620-308-6667.
If you want to improve your basketball skill set, you need to attend one of the Lane Lord basketball camps. Each camper receives individual attention and specific coaching adapted to age and skill level. There's something for everyone. A grade school camp for girls entering 3rd through 8th grade, a high school team camp available on 2 different weekends with both varsity and JV levels of competition, plus satellite camps throughout the summer. All campers receive instruction from head coach Lane Lord, head assistant Amanda David, along with former and current players. For more information, visit them online at LaneLordBballCamps.com. Coach Lord and Coach David have seen tremendous success over the past several years, and they begin their recruiting at these camps, with over 4 former campers being signed. Visit LaneLordBballCamps.com.
Now back to Dragon football.
We will roll the scorebug over to the fourth quarter of action as Pittsburg High comes out. Brett Weimers from the shotgun. Turns, throw near side. Dylan Jordan has it at the 40. Side steps a man to the 45. Runs another over. Tracked down from behind on the stop was Alejandro Juarez. Jordan comes up a little shaken. See if he was hit from behind. Picks up 15 to the midfield stripe. So Weimers picks up where Curtis left off. He's 2 for 2. Quickly, the Dragons break the huddle. 10 seconds on the play clock. Offset eye to the left. Weimers, the quarterback. Turns, runs. First man through, that's Von Winklepleck. Crispin. His brother Skyler playing safety. So 44, Von Winklepleck with the carry. Give him, Crispin gets 6 on the carries. The clock rolls 10:40. Von Winkelpleck again, offset to the left, 2 receivers. Weimers gives it to Von Winkelpleck. He is turning the legs, gets to the 40 where the first down sticks were. They're going to give him 2 more on top of that. So another 6 for Von Winkelpleck. Pittsburg High now 440 total offense. Dylan Jordan, 6'2", 195-pound sophomore, goes wide to the left side. Weimers, the 5'9", 132-pound sophomore, under center. Calls it out. Counter play, right side. Once again, Brenniger nowhere to go. Loss of 2.
Ben Brenniger on the carry.
Running the play in for the Dragons, Patrick Sullivan, 5'10" junior. Get you some of the offensive linemen mentioned as well. From the shotgun, Weimers wants to throw left, timing route, hits his man. That is Zach Sutton. Sutton with the move at the 30, down to the 25. Excuse me. Frog in my throat.
Yardage is good enough for a first down for the Dragons. Dragons will ball. First and 10, ball on the Redskins' 25-yard line.
17-yard reception. Weimers is perfect 3 for 3. I formation, straight set behind him. Weimers turns, hands off Von Winkelpleck. On the left side, gets maybe 2. Crispin will give the Dragons a 2nd and 8, 8:15 remaining in this ball game. Pittsburg High jumped on them early. They lead now 50-6. Sutton out, in is Drew Hobbs. Also checking in the ball game, Patrick Sullivan, as Ben Brenniger will leave. Weimers counts his staff, needs another player. They're going to have to burn a timeout. 7:46 remain in the ball game. Dragons didn't have enough personnel-wise. We'll take it with them back in a minute. It's Dragon Football on the MyTown Media Network.
Who's more important, football fans? The offensive coordinator or the defensive coordinator?
The strongest among us come together in one place to determine the best in the world. Frank Fletcher Toyota invites you to run through the tape.
31 million people have made the Toyota Corolla the best-selling car in the world. Drive away a brand new Corolla for as little as $16,997 or get 0% financing for 72 months.
And every Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our 24-month complimentary maintenance plan. The best deals on the best cars in America.
Only at Frank Fletcher Toyota, Joplin.
Catering. The campus bookstore, located inside the University Plaza, has always been the most affordable place to buy new and used textbooks for your college classes. And there is no doubt they offer the best price when buying them back. But did you know that now at the campus bookstore, you can save even more money? They will rent you the books you need for your classes. Don't stress about the buying and selling process. Rent your textbooks from the campus bookstore. And don't forget their game day gear by Nike. The campus bookstore.
Now back to Dragon Football.
Aaron Amershak back live. Hutchison Field 50-6, 7:46 remains. They wind the clock out of the timeout. Pittsburg High didn't quite have the personnel. The game clock will go on the snap of the football. Brett Weimers on in relief of Chase Curtis. Curtis unofficially 9 of 10 for 154. Weimers is 3 for 3 for 47. The sophomore from the shotgun. 2 receivers, actually 3 receivers to his right. They're going to give it inside to Von Winkelpleck. Crispin gets it out. Down inside the 20 to the 18.
Number 25, Austin Collins on the tackle.
3rd and 4, just inside the 20. They're going to mark it at the 19. 7:15. Eight seconds. They're not going to get this play off. Jordan goes wide to the right on the hash. Weimer's under center. He does get it loose. Von Winkelpleck bounces it over the left side, trying to get to the sticks. Needed 5. Long 4, short 5. I think he's going to come up about a half a yard short.
Play will bring up a 4th down for the Purple Dragons.
4th down for the Dragons. They're going to go for it here. 6:39. Weimers relays the play to the huddle. They break it with 9 seconds. Better hurry. They get set with 4. Weimers sends a man in motion. They're not going to have it. Flag flies. Delay of game called on Pittsburgh.
Delay game on the Dragons.
Back them up. Going to go 5 wide receivers in this set. Brenniger will exit. Pittsburgh Band, their annual glow show coming up at the conclusion of this one. We'll see if we can't get Tom Nicholson up. So we'll be fighting some media for him. Cox 22, Cox 22 statewide television is here tonight, doing this as well. Inside, they give it. Von Winkelpleck does not get there. Give him 2 yards. And it'll be Wichita North football. 5:18. Clock continues to roll. It's all Dragons in this one.
Will have the ball. 1st and 10 on their own 21-yard line.
Looking for some scores. I'll go to scores in Kansas, see if we can't find that Lansing score. Handoff, left side, Williams trying to shake out. Dylan Jordan loses his own footing down to the turf. Give Jordan a yard. Bonner Springs 21, Lansing 7. That is a final. Inside give. Once again, Williams.
Number 92, Jorge Torres.
Oh, excuse me, Jorge Torres, that ball carrier. He gets 5.
He brings up a 3rd down and 3.
They break the huddle, send a tight end to the right side. A receiver there as well. Power eye. Second man through. Williams trying to get to the edge. The Dragons snuffed that out. He cuts back inside. It's going to get enough yardage for the 1st down and then some. Williams goes for 5 on that carry. And on the stop, Will Holland, number 77. Bruckner, second man through. It's Ortiz this time. Ortiz over the left, picks up 3. Carlos Ortiz. Other scores from across the state. You'll get some local scores coming up on the Campus Bookstore Scoreboard Show. St. Mary's Colgan over Oswego, 57-6.
Number 7, Carlos Carlos Ortiz on the carry.
Pittsburg High leads 50-6. I've been trying to give other scores. My apologies for not reminding the listeners of what's going on here at Hutch Field. This one got out of hand early.
Have the ball first and 10. Ball on their own, 46-yard line.
It's been all Dragons. Elijah Harris scored in multiple ways. Curtis goes 9 for 10 unofficially for 154. Handoff Ortiz. Left side picks up 3.
Carlos Ortiz. On the tackle, number 50.
Making the stop, number 57. That is Will Como for the Dragons.
Play does bring up a second down and 5.
Also coming off the pile, Ben Book out.
This evening's game. Have the Pittsburg High School Marching Dragons performing their annual glow show.
127 remains in this one. Clock rolls. We're almost out of here. Performance Spine and Sport postgame show. Coming up after this is Carlos Ortiz. Bounces one over the right side. Gets 6. Ortiz now with 17 yards on 8 carries. 60 seconds to go in this one.
And 1 for the Redskins.
Handoff. Williams to the left. Jordan trying to track him down. He does. Dylan Jordan takes Joe Williams to the turf. Not after an 11-yard gain. It's the 16th carry for Joe Williams. 28 seconds. Ty Bruckner quickly to the huddle. North wanting to run a couple of more plays. 50-6. Dragons lead. They would like to keep it there for these final 10 seconds. Bruckner in trouble. Sacked. Ben Book out. Takes him to the turf. Loss of 12. That's going to do it. That's Bruckner's only rush tonight. And it's minus 12. Your final score from Hutch Field, Pittsburg High, 50. Wichita North, 6. We'll take 3 minutes, come back on the Performance Spine and Sport postgame show, wrap things up, and get out of here. Coach Nicholson hopefully will join us. They're going to kill the lights after the team shake hands. And we have the Glow Show, so Xander will keep the camera right there in the middle as we roll the Glow Show here in a moment. But we're going to take 3 minutes, come back, and wrap things up from Hutch Field. Dragons win 50-6.
The Campus Bookstore, located inside the University Plaza.
Why should you choose Pittsburg State University?
Nationally recognized academics.
Yeah, go remind him. He may have to do TV
Student-friendly
first.
tuition.
Incredible athletics. The amazing campus.
Yeah.
Whatever you're looking for in a university, you'll find it here.
It's why you belong. It's why you belong at
21-7
Pittsburg State University.
Every 4 years, the fastest and strongest among us come
I don't
together
have any
in
idea.
one
I haven't
place
got
to
an
determine
update
the
on
best
that
in the
one.
world. Frank Fletcher Toyota invites you to run through the tape.
31 million people have made the Toyota Corolla the best-selling car in the world. Drive away a brand new Corolla for as little as $16,997 or get 0% financing for 72 months.
And every Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our 24-month complimentary maintenance plan. The best deals on the best cars in America.
Only at Frank Fletcher Toyota, Joplin.
At Lindbergh Pharmacy, we care about your health. From a qualified and caring staff to services like our Time My Meds and MedPack programs, Lindbergh Pharmacy provides personalized service you can count on. Refill prescriptions online at lindberghpharmacy.com or on your smartphone with our free Lindbergh Pharmacy mobile app. You can also sign up for our Text Alert program and we'll text or email you when your prescription is ready. Can't make it to us? We'll deliver your medications right to your door. Lindbergh Pharmacy, now 2 locations to serve you.
Since 1945, Tri-State Building has been helping build the four-state area, providing quality construction services and dependability at competitive prices. Tri-State Building has a reputation as a general contractor and an authorized Butler builder, which holds experience, quality, and reliability above all other considerations. Tri-State Building has built a multitude of projects and is your full-service design build contractor that can take you from concept to grand opening. For an honest and proven contractor, call us, Tri-State Building.
Properly present your claim. The Spigarelli Law Firm has successfully tried cases for over 40 years and taken numerous cases all the way to the Supreme Court. Call the Spigarelli Law Firm today at 877-409-7931 or visit their website at spigarelli-law.com. You can also find them fast in names and numbers. Be sure to get reliable information when you choose an attorney to represent you.
Finding a lawyer means choosing someone with experience, confidence, and a good track record. Every legal situation is unique, and you need someone who will give you the level of comfort that he or she will treat your legal problem like it is their own. J. Gordon Gregory of the law firm of Wilbert & Towner is ready to provide you with that type of specialized assistance. With over 30 years of experience in Southeast Kansas, Gordy is ready to give you the personalized legal service your problem needs and deserves. Call J. Gordon Gregory of Wilbert & Towner today at 620-231-5620 or contact him online at wilbertandtowner.com.
See their ad, names, and numbers.
Now back to Dragon football.
Aaron Amershad back on the post-game show. Xander, I don't know what he was doing. Zoomed the camera out. I'm going to have to go fix that here as we get rolling. Lucas, go put it on the band. Lucas Davis, Morning Sun sports editor. Zoom out. As we're going to be entertained with the band here coming up. In the middle. Hold on a second.
George Martin, Keith Emerson, Ian Pye of the Eagles, David Bowie, Bruce White of Earth, Wind and Fire, and Prince. And now,
Performance Spine and Sport post-game show rolls on here as I get the camera zoomed out for the band. Tom Nicholson will be joining us up here momentarily as he is down taking care of his Cox Communications responsibilities. Recover faster with Performance Spine and Sport, specializing in treating soft tissue-related injuries that result from everyday work and play. Performance Spine and Sport inside the Meadowbrook Commons at Centennial and Broadway. Saturday morning clinic offered to athletes from 9 to 11 with reduced cost services for those participants. Dragons pick up the victory, 50-6. Did a lot of things right. I'm sure Coach Nicholson will find things wrong with it as we get him up here in the post-game show, but I thought they played well tonight. It was a full, complete game. A couple of mistakes early with some penalties and different things, but those are things that you'll really overlook in a game like this when so much went their way. They were forcing fumbles. They were back in coverage, stuff in the run, and really able to utilize, get a lot of people involved on the offensive side as well. Unofficially, the Dragons ran 39 plays, 467 yards of total offense, 266 on the ground, 201 for the air. Curtis, as I said, 9 of 10 for 154. Weimers goes 3 for 3 for 47 yards. Rushing, the Dragons were led by Jelani Long. He carries the ball 5 times as Coach Nicholson does make his way up here. We'll get stats in a minute, Coach. We'll go ahead and roll you so you can get out of here and go talk to the kids. It's the Glow Show tonight, senior night. TV's here. How many more distractions did your kids need coming into this ball game?
I tell you what, with the football game was almost an afterthought, it seemed like, but I was very proud of our kids. They came out and they did exactly what we needed to do. We started fast. Defense, the coaches had a great game plan. Defense was dominant, giving us short fields, and offense was taking advantage of it. I mean, that was nice. That was a great Game 8 to get ready to roll in postseason.
They've read film and did things and listened to the coaching staff. They were all over in the lanes. It was almost like the defense was in the huddle. I thought Keith Waltrip played outstanding from the outside linebacker position, caused a fumble, had a pick, and then you rewarded him by getting him in on offense and putting him in the end zone. It was a great night for him. But overall, in every level, this is probably your most consistent performance. You and I talked about it when we spoke on Wednesday, looking to find that 4 quarters of consistent football. This, I think, is as close as it's came.
Yeah. Those first 2 quarters, everything that we were doing offensively. O-line was doing a good job picking up blitzes. Chase was doing a phenomenal job throwing. He was on the money. Running backs were running hard. Receivers were running hard. The ball hit the turf twice actually, but we got them both back, so no turnovers. But just the effort and the way they were executing, and at points in that game it was getting a little chippy, and our kids were doing a great job of getting away from it, avoiding penalties. I couldn't have been more proud of them. I thought that first half we did a great job, and our seconds played hard too. You expect a little bit of a drop-off there in the second half, but I thought our kids did a tremendous job.
When you're up the way that you are in a game like this, it's kind of getting away. What do you talk to the kids about at the half to keep their focus and to keep working?
Well, when the injuries happen when you back off. So it's, we got to go hard. If you're on that field, we expect your best effort. You don't back off until you're on the sideline with us, because the number one goal of the second half was to get everybody out injury-free. And, you want to work on things with your second and third units, but number one goal at that point is to get them out injury-free, and the only way to do that is to play hard. And they did that. Unfortunately, we had one injury in the second half to a sub, but he'll be okay. But, you just hate to see that when the game's out of hand.
I thought it was great in the second half when the twos were in. The coaching staff still working their butt off out there. They're calling timeouts, getting guys aligned. North kind of runs the field on you, and midway through that, they stop and explain what's going on offensively. I thought Weimers did a great job at the quarterback position to come in. He's counting the heads, knowing which personnel groupings you were in. Didn't have people on a couple of times. I know you're wanting that clock to run to get this game over, and he's calling timeout because he didn't have the right personnel. It's good to see that from a young quarterback.
Absolutely, especially since he's a wide receiver. He's practiced quarterback for all of 10 minutes. He came in emergency quarterback Monday night due to Ty Roark's injury, and comes in not practicing at all year long, not for a week, and he throws for 200 yards, and he goes out here and he puts two on the money, and he's doing everything we need him to do. That is just a smart kid who knows the game of football. I think he's been around a little bit with his dad.
How big was this game in terms of momentum headed into the postseason? Back-to-back wins, which has been a luxury this year with the schedule that you guys have had. Does this help carry some of that into next week?
I certainly hope so. We knew it was a tough schedule, and particularly in the front end. So hopefully we're healthy. We're getting as healthy probably as we're going to be for the postseason run. And our kids are playing with a lot of fun, a lot of energy, a lot of fire, a lot of fight in them. And if they can do that, it's just they're molding themselves into a team. And I hope we're peaking at the right time.
Coach, good mix, good youth, good kids putting together four full quarters. It's the old cliche that you guys always say. You want to be playing your best football at the end, and I think you guys are doing that right now. Should be a fun playoff run. Congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
You bet. That's Pittsburgh Purple Dragon head coach Tom Nicholson joining us here in the Performance Spine and Sport post-game show. He's going to go next door, talk to Lucas Davis, Morning Sun sports editor. As you can see, the lighted fiery batons and band members all loaded up with neon glow. I think they may be wrapping things up. We'll get close to doing that as well. Here, we'll get back to the stats. Jelani Long led the way on the ground with 91 yards. Behind him was Noah Vaughn. He finishes with 52 yards, 8 carries. Harris, 44 yards, just 4 carries. 24 for Von Winkelplate coming on as a reserve. 4 for Joe Talley, 1 carry. Keith Waltrip, 1 carry for the touchdown. Receiving, 8 different receivers in the mix, led by Elijah Harris, 2 catches, 65 yards, couple of touchdowns. Kagan Cole, 3 for 28, 1 for 28 for Kent. Sutton's got 1 for 17. Noah Vaughn out of the backfield, 1 for 1. Drew Rawls, 2 receptions, 32 yards. Peyton Still, Dylan Jordan, each with a catch for 15. All around, good night. A couple of penalties early was about the only thing you could really say. The Dragons held up Pittsburgh High. They'll be flipping the lights back on here at Hutch Field, I assume, momentarily. We've got a couple of awards to hand out before we get out of here. The Vietti Auto Body and Alignment Collision of the game, as well as the Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union Player of the Game. We'll go ahead and hand out the Player of the Game. Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union is a sound, quality-driven organization that provides the most desirable financial services for its members while safeguarding their assets. With 4 locations across southeast Kansas to better serve the community, you can find them in Pittsburg at 416 North Broadway. And tonight our MVP, Keith Waltrip, talked about it early. He set the tone for the defense, got in, picked him up a touchdown offensively, pick with 17 seconds remaining in the first quarter, forced a fumble early in the second, and then with 2:01 remaining in the first half, punched one in from 2 yards out. Tonight's KTCCU Most Valuable Player, Keith Waltrip. Our collision of the game is brought to you, as always, by Vietti Auto Body and Alignment. When you find yourself involved in a collision on the streets, choose Vietti Auto Body and Alignment. With over 100 years combined experience, Vietti Auto Body and Alignment on 4th Street since 1948. And I'm going to go with Nate Woods coming from the backside on nearly a sack. He came hard, got to the quarterback, Ty Bruckner, as he wrapped him up, took him to the turf. It's probably the biggest hit that I saw all night long. So tonight's collision of the game goes to Nate Woods. That's going to do it for Xander Amershak, who is long bugged out, my cameraman. No Ryan back at the station, keeping us on the air all night long. Apologize for the technical difficulties with the audio in the first half of the online video feed, but we got it fixed and hope you enjoyed the game. Dragons win over Wichita North, 50-6, your final score. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Now back to HQ for the Campus Bookstore Scoreboard Show.
Finding a lawyer means choosing someone with experience, confidence, and a good track record. Every legal situation is unique, and you need someone who will give you the